Dr. Cheon was just a step away from proving her theory on rebirth when fate pulled the plug. Now, she has woken up as Princess Luna, a girl cursed to die at age 12. Her survival plan? Run, but Big Daddy is already breathing down her neck, blocking her path. To clear her mother's chaotic romantic tab, she must pick her real dad from 4 lethal tyrants. Candidate number 1, Prut, the Empire's Dark Knight, and a straight-up bloodthirsty monster who enjoys the kill. Number 2, Adam Yewan, a deadly assassin and top-tier flirt who plays both sides with ease. Number 3, Clarine, the muscle-brained guard captain. And then, there is number 4, Darren, a literal sacred dragon with a human form. All 4 are convinced they are the father. The chaos peaks when Luna shoves a mud ball at Prut and demands to know why he is not eating. Clarine, sweating bullets, tries to take one for the team and offer to eat it himself. But Luna is playing house. She is the mommy, Prut is the daddy, and he is eating that mud ball. Prut, forced into the role, fakes a bite with the most awkward chewing sounds you have ever heard. As the other 3 dads lose it laughing, Luna realizes her husband is a total fraud. You did not swallow a single bite. That is when the flashy Adam Yuan steps up. Wait, Luna panics. Adam would actually eat it, so she offers to cook him a fresh one. Adam acts like he won the lottery, while Darren just calls the whole thing brain-rotting. Suddenly, Darren scoffs and devours the mud ball, then proceeds to eat 50 more in one go. Luna yells at Adam to stop because it is gross, making Prut's expression turn absolutely murderous. If it is dirty, then why did you just feed it to me? Sensing danger, Luna pivots. Look, pretty flowers! She vanishes, only to reappear and tuck a blossom behind Prut's ear. She flashes a world-endingly cute smile and chirps, "A gift for Daddy." Prut freezes, heart skipping a beat, before he coldly reminds her to act like royalty. He has no clue this innocent kid is actually 28-year-old Dr. Cheon in disguise. She literally worked herself to death, right as her reincarnation research was peaking in her past life. Being reborn as Luna, from the novel The Royal Diary, was the ultimate proof of her work. She is an adult soul trapped in a toddler's body. Reincarnation is officially a fact. Racing to the mirror, she is met with a face that looks like it was carved from crystal. Pale blue eyes and porcelain skin, she is the spitting image of the tragic Princess Luna. It is confirmed. Dr. Cheon has officially been sucked into the world of her favorite novel. The excitement is real, until she remembers the dying at 12 part of the script. Talk about a major mood kill. Her second life is already on a ticking clock. Right on cue, the maids knock. Princess Luna, it is time to get ready. They find her radiating pure depression on the floor, but they quickly snap into professional mode. Staring at her reflection, she internally screams, "Why did I get the bad ending?" She is spiraling. One minute, she is a genius doctor, the next, a doomed royal. The 7th birthday party is the beginning of the end, leading straight to a bloody rebellion. All done, the maid snaps her back to reality. The girl in the mirror is terrifyingly adorable. It is a total glow-up compared to her past life, where she looked like a poisoned corpse. Suddenly, a heavy knock echoes. Enter the terrifying Imperial Knight, Prut Lacleo. This is the man known as the Empire's most ruthless butcher, the novel's Big Daddy. Luna's heart drops as she locks eyes with him. She instantly looks down, trembling in fear. Prut ignores the tension, stating they have 2 hours before the escort to Princess Adona. He is just here on the Prime Minister's orders. With a cold glance, he vanishes. Luna's mind is racing. This is the man who knows zero mercy, and worst of all, he is likely her father. She thought the maids were silent from fear. But she is wrong. The maids are totally simping for Pratt's visuals, but fear his savagery. Luna recalls this exact scene from the novel. Escape is mandatory, or her life is forfeit. To survive, Luna leans hard into her innocent, precious girl persona. Weaponizing cuteness and manipulation, she breaks the maids. One tiny whimper, and they are completely defeated by the critical hit. They finally drape her in Queen Athena's gown, sighing with pure joy as they nearly faint from the beauty. Suddenly, the maids actually hit the floor. This dress is secretly rigged with a high-level magical security system. Anyone without royal blood blackouts instantly. Luna had to use this risky tactic just to have a chance. Seeing them unconscious, Luna whispers an apology. She starts frantically scavenging the room for 2 vital items. The novel mentioned escape tools, the Pluton ribbon, which magically transforms a child into a full-grown adult. Next is the Pantis brooch for total anonymity. Finally, these 2 ordinary-looking legendary artifacts are in her hands. She just needs to combine them under the moonlight to shatter the ancient seal. Luna quickly swaps into a maid disguise. Even in a crisis, she does not forget to bag a box of gems. What a greedy queen. Mid-escape, she spots Pratt nearby, brutally dealing with a spy from the Brita Kingdom. Terrified, she ducks into a corner. Pratt senses something and demands to know who is there. Luna fakes a calm face. She improvises, claiming to be a new hire. He is just about to let her go when things turn south. He spots her heavy box. "Open it," he commands. Luna desperately claims it is just a change of clothes. Pratt's dark, piercing gaze says he is not buying it. Luna's hands tremble as she slowly reveals the contents. Just before she is busted, a guard reports that the Prime Minister needs to discuss the birthday party. A narrow escape, Luna exhales, thinking the disaster is over, but her relief is short-lived. Pratt insists on checking the box first anyway. The guard mutters that over 12 maids have already quit his service. As they talk, the guard is suddenly horrified by the fresh corpse lying on the cold ground. Pratt couldn't care less. He prepares to leave, casually telling the guard to handle the cleanup. Pratt remembers the maid, but when he turns to dismiss her, the spot is completely empty. His suspicions skyrocket. A maid witnessing a literal execution without flinching? Something is definitely wrong here. Meanwhile, the reincarnated Dr. Cheon, now Princess Luna, is sprinting away, having barely dodged Pratt's blade. Faint music catches her ear. Driven by curiosity, she peeks through a door crack at a mysterious stranger. The man notices her and beckons her over. Like a moth to a flame, Luna finds herself walking toward him. His god-tier visuals leave her dazed. When he asks for a name, she manages to stutter out, "Luna." Under the lamplight, his hair glows like moonlight, and his eyes shimmer with a magical, purple amethyst light. With skin as clear as glass, Luna admires his elven beauty, even while fleeing for her very life. She is a fugitive but still appreciates the aesthetics. This is the Empire's legendary flower, Adamawan van Verlamis. Adamawan smiles, asking if there is a specific dance she sneaked in to see. "The Artemis dance?" she replies. It was a scene she was dying to witness in person. In the lore, the princess always cried watching this. Adamawan says nothing and just gently pats her head. Suddenly, he yanks off the Pluton ribbon. Luna shrinks back into a child, her cover totally blown. He gently ties the ribbon around her wrist, whispering that the Artemis dance is their little secret. He drops to one knee and kisses her hand, showing the respect due to royalty. "Greetings to the Empire's little moon, Princess Tiana." Luna's face turns bright red from the intense proximity. Is this a palace or a pleasure house? Pratt's icy voice shatters the warm atmosphere instantly. Luna tries to stay calm. As a princess, surely Pratt wouldn't actually execute her for a simple runaway attempt. The sharp ring of steel echoes as Pratt draws his sword. Luna's life flashes before her eyes in terror. She cautiously opens her eyes to find Pratt's blade pressed against Adamiwan's throat with murderous intent. "You filthy creature! How dare you touch her?" Pratt growls. Adamawan remains calm, even grabbing the blade. He tells Pratt that if kissing the princess's hand is an insult, he will gladly pay with his life. Luna knows Pratt is dead serious. She cannot let this handsome man get deleted right in front of her. Her brain short-circuits. Panic takes over, and she starts sobbing. "Fine, then we will just die together." Pratt freezes. A sharp voice echoes outside, calling for Princess Luna. "It's Emo, back from Gascony." He appears. Luna lunges into his arms. "Princess, what's wrong?" Luna snitches on Pratt for being a total bully. Pratt's gaze turns icy. "Why are you here?" He suspects foul play. Emo stammers, caught off guard. Pratt snarls. "Drop her and get out." Emo is lost. "Drop. What?" Pratt replies bluntly. "The princess. You idiot." I hate repeating myself. Luna bristles at Pratt's toxic, arrogant attitude. She is royalty, yet Pratt acts superior despite being a mere commander. His power is absolute. Pratt was Queen Athena's most loyal, bloodthirsty hound. He obeyed every twisted whim, so this coldness is just standard behavior. The queen was truly insane, Luna thinks. Suddenly, Adamiwan interrupts them. Grinning, Adami mocks him. "The Prime Minister is searching for you, Commander." "Go already. Emo's here, so you're officially useless now, right? I'm her guard today. Is there a problem?" Prout is trapped speechless. Prout has no excuse. Emo scoops up Luna and prepares to leave. Grabbing her luggage, he turns. Luna waves a cheeky, cheerful goodbye. Prout's aura turns lethal. The undefeated Sword King just lost his first ever clash. Adami loves the humiliation, but a nagging feeling haunts his gut. Prout realizes the truth. That maid didn't fear death. I get it now. Princess Artemis, Athena's true daughter. Or, perhaps, she takes after me? The battlefield demon. As Luna leaves, Adamiwan flashes a sly smirk. "Bad mood? Don't tell me you think she's your daughter too?" "Also?" Prout snarls. Adami shrugs. "I've always claimed she's my own daughter." Adami was the queen's favorite. She had a legendary, handsome harem. "You low-born trash," Prout bellows, but Adami cuts him off mid-sentence. "You're just jealous, aren't you?" Prout throws his head back and screams, "No!" He isn't jealous. Something about that guard felt dangerously off and weird. Emo's scar is on the right, not the left. He's an imposter. Luna is in danger. Wait, this isn't the way to my palace. I'm taking you somewhere special. Any other kid would be crying now. But Luna remains calm. She hurls her brooch. Boom! An instant explosion. Disbelieving, the spy clutches his burned face. Luna already saw through him. Your research failed, spy. The real Imo's scar is on the other side. He'd have put me down by now. You're full of holes. She planned this kidnapping to escape. The spy is completely shell-shocked. He can't believe it. How could a 7-year-old child be this cunning? Is she a genius? Luna smirks. One spell and your face explodes. Princess Luna! A desperate shout rings out as Adami-wan rushes over. Distracted, the spy grabs her. Don't move or the girl dies. Adami freezes in terror, his pride crushed by the spy's lethal threat. Kneel, the spy mocks. Adami obeys, abandoning his dignity to save her. Her life is worth more than my pride. I'll die for her. Luna is moved. In her hands, she grips her secret magical weapons. These aren't mere jewels. The magic brooch is actually a deadly bomb. The Pluton ribbon hides a secret power, the ultimate counter to the brooch. Her ultimate sealing art fusing it with a lethal blast could end that spy right now. She could fake her demise and vanish, but seeing Adam Yuan in the blast zone, Luna hesitates to chant. Before detonating the Phantas brooch, Luna desperately reminds herself, he is just pixels and ink in a fiction book. No more playing around. If she does not pull the trigger now, it is game over. Should she? Before she can choose, the spy hurls a blade at Adam Yuan's feet, demanding he pierce his own eye. I am just in it for the gold. Entertain me, and maybe I will hand the little princess over. Adam grabs the steel, flashing Luna, a tragic smile before plunging it toward his eye. Adam, stop, she screams. Suddenly, a shadowy figure strikes the spy from behind. Bracing for a hard fall, Luna tightly shuts her eyes. Instead of impact, she feels a gentle embrace. Opening her eyes, Pratt's ethereal beauty glows in the moonlight. I knew your game immediately. To save the princess, I used that commoner to lure you into my trap. It was a setup all along. Adam and Pratt played the mantis stalking the cicada to ensnare their prey. Pratt was the hidden oriole, a lethal blossom, forged in battle, a blood-stained, sadistic genius of a demon. Adam strolls over, grumbling that he almost lost an eye. Luna hoped this ordeal might finally bond them together. She was totally deluded. Pratt's voice cuts through the air like ice. If I had known you would take long, I would have arrived even later. Then he spots her wound and snaps. I will sever his limb first. To Luna's 21st century soul, this gore is too much. Pratt, stop! You cannot just mutilate him, she cries. Rotten hell. Pratt ignores her, blade drawn for blood. Panicked, Luna screams the only word possible. Daddy! That froze him. The daddy card was super effective. Suddenly, Pratt's murderous aura evaporates into a smug, joyful mood. Cage him. I will handle the torture later. Luna stares, absolutely stunned that her words actually worked. The battlefield's most feared demon actually obeyed her. Adam Yuan quickly binds the spy using scraps of torn cloth. Adam watches with teary eyes, drowning in jealousy as Pratt carries Luna. I want Princess Cuddles too, Adam whines. Pratt has reverted to his icy self, making Luna wonder if that fleeting warmth was just a lunar hallucination. He looks like a god, yet his eyes remain hollow and frozen. Unsettled, Luna quickly averts her gaze away. Catching sight of a rare four-leaf clover, Luna begins squirming, begging Pratt to let her walk for a second. Her tiny feet pitter-patter across the grass as she plucks the clover, triggering a sudden hazy memory from long ago. A voice once told her, luck does not just happen. Four-leaf clovers only grow after being crushed by others. It is luck, forged through suffering. Staring at the leaves, Luna struggles to identify the ghost from her past. Her previous life as a lonely orphan was a nightmare of shadows. She had finally clawed her way out, only to perish. Now, as a princess destined to die at 12, she grips the clover with white knuckles. Will fate win again? No. She has survived enough hell. It is finally time for her to rewrite destiny. Pratt, come closer. As the Duke kneels before her, Luna gently tucks the lucky clover behind his ear. Pratt looks stunned. It is a gift. Luna beams, her resolve hardening like steel. She has made her choice. She will manipulate every character to survive, even this man who might actually be her biological father. No more holding back. Elsewhere, as Adam Yuan hauls the spy toward the dungeons, the prisoner's face twists into a feral, murderous snarl. Shattering his bonds, the spy roars, "You idiot!" and slams Adam Yuan onto the hard forest floor with force. Wrong move. Letting that knight leave. Your pretty boy face makes me want to hear you scream while I break you. Adam does not flinch. He laughs. A single punch sends the spy airborne. Ever heard of the legendary Hiss clan? They are an elite tribe with elf blood. Their bodies are biological weapons harder than the finest tempered steel. Their mark is their piercing purple eyes. You touched the princess and drew blood, did you? Well then, let us start with your arm. Blood splatters as agonizing screams shatter the silence of the dark, eerie forest. Luna's skin crawls being in Pratt's arms. I am totally fine now, Pratt. You can put me down, she insists. He does not budge. I am not letting you out of my sight yet. Luna whimpers internally, feeling like a captive. She knows the plot. The spy threat is over. Besides, any new villains would just be shredded by Pratt anyway. Pratt sighs. I requested guards, but they refused, citing your royal freedom. They will not listen, so I am taking this straight to the Prime Minister. Pratt's eyes burn with cold determination. He's threatening to scrap the party and crush her escape gear. Luna's face drains of all color. This gala is her final shot at freedom. She absolutely has to make this opening count. Luna unleashes her ultimate charm offensive. Please don't cancel it. Look, I'm totally safe and sound. Pratt shuts her down instantly, ignoring her pleas. Sorry, but I can't guarantee that, he states coldly. It's guaranteed because you'll protect me, she chirps. Pratt freezes, locking his gaze onto her. She doubles down on the cute act. Mommy in heaven told me so. My brave knight daddy. You're the world's most stunning and powerful man. These sugary words actually make Pratt flinch slightly. Such a silver tongue, he mutters. Luna sighs, realizing her honeyed words hit a brick wall. He truly is the battlefield's demon. Suddenly, Pratt relents. I'll delay my report to the Prime Minister. It is the princess's big day after all. Pratt dismisses the cancellation like it was never an option. Luna is floored by his audacity. Just then, Fada and Lila dash over, bowing while gasping for air. Salutations, Sir Pratt. They turn to Luna, panicked. Princess, where were you? We were scared to death. Pratt's gaze frosts over, ready to expose the kidnapping. Luna frantically signals him to stay quiet. He catches her hint and pivots, but the maids aren't out of the woods just yet. His piercing eyes scan them. You failed your duty and allowed the princess to slip away. Recalling his ruthless reputation, the maids tremble in silence. Luna can't mention the queen's stolen dress. Taking the blame isn't an option either. One wrong word and 3 heads might literally roll. She squeezes her eyes shut, fishing for a master plan. Unfortunately, her brain is currently short-circuiting. Time for the ultimate weapon. Weaponized cuteness. Sir Pratt is scary. The maids' hearts instantly melt. Pratt remains unfazed. An unexplained disappearance of royalty is a severe security breach, he growls. A distant shout cuts him off. A maid sprints toward them, yelling, Lord Pratt! Emergency! What's the meaning of this? He snaps. Sir, royal tradition dictates that on this festive day, the princess must be escorted by her father. You must change into ceremonial attire immediately. Duties call. Without a second thought, Pratt thrusts the little princess into Fida's waiting arms. I'm leaving her in your care for now. Don't let her out of your sight again. He vanishes with the maid. Fida and Lila collapse, feeling like they just cheated the Grim Reaper. That was terrifying, they gasp. Shaking off the fear, they rush to fetch her ceremonial gown. They tell her to stay put. Luna nods like an angel, but her escape plan is still simmering. Luna waves them off, nursing a guilty conscience. Survival is hard work, even for a princess. A sudden breeze chills the air. Luna glances up and spots a mysterious figure perched on the rooftop. The stranger locks eyes with her and dives down. Luna bolts outside, but the courtyard is hauntingly empty. Was it a hallucination? No. Someone was definitely there. A sinister howl of wind makes her shiver. It's not a ghost, right? Suddenly, the maids reappear like lightning, nearly scaring her to death. Ignoring her weird behavior, the maids get to work, swiftly dressing her for the grand event. An hour later, they step back in awe. Princess, you're the spitting image of Queen Athena. May the Empire's moon shine eternal. Boom! Fireworks ignite the dark sky. 3, 2, 1. Midnight strikes. The clock tower bells echo across the land as a thunderous voice announces the event. Behold, Princess Tiana Stella Historia. Pratt appears atop the tower, holding Luna like a scene from a fairy tale. It's the dream she always chased. Moonlight, ethereal mist, and birds soaring through the sky like stars. Pratt stands silhouetted against the moon, a vision so breathtaking, he looks like he belongs in a legend. Pratt leaps from the heights with Luna in his arms. The crowd gasps, eyes glued to the spectacle. They jumped! Silence falls for a heartbeat before the crowd erupts. Long live Princess Tiana! Through the deafening cheers, Luna sighs. She's never witnessed anything this magnificent in her entire life. She spots Adam Yoon in the sea of faces. Their eyes meet, and she waves back with joy. Pratt's scowl deepens, sensing hidden intentions. On stage, the host prepares to address the roaring masses. Princess Tiana Stella Astoria and Knight Pratt take center stage. Yet Luna's eyes drift toward the charismatic host. Behind that mask lies an otherworldly beauty Luna can't ignore. Then, the stranger steps forward to reveal himself. I am Liu Zhen, Prime Minister of Astoria. Suddenly, Luna clocks it that iconic long, flowing green hair. It's the legendary sub-lead himself. For days, the entire kingdom has been obsessing over crafting the perfect birthday gifts. With the hype for Luna's bash hitting max levels, Lu Jen simply can't resist causing some chaotic drama. He has cooked up a special surprise. Since her big day falls on Easter, he's launching a high-stakes egg hunt. Luna's internal alarm bells are screaming. She just wants a low-key life, but destiny has other chaotic plans. Liu Jen drops the rules. These aren't ordinary eggs, but powerful magical artifacts disguised as festive treats. 12 eggs in total, each worth 1 point. But to spice things up, Liu Jen tucked away a secret. A 12-point game changer that can flip reality itself. This ultimate prize must be delivered straight to the princess. Try stealing one with malicious intent, and boom, it explodes. But wait, there is even more to this game. Each egg holds unique powers. The moment you touch one of the 11, it instantly fuses with your soul. It's a total power-up. Just shout Angutia Historia to unleash the hidden spell trapped within the artifact. Fusion grants you instant mastery over that magic. Talk about an absolute win-win for anyone lucky enough to find one. Luna's heart races. This is the game changer she needs to seize her fate. Meanwhile, the crowd's excitement hits a fever pitch. Gabriella, a foreign noble, chirps up. Wait, so we actually get to keep these magical treasures as prizes? And what about the grand champion? Liu Gen flashes a sly, mysterious smirk before dropping a total bombshell. The winner earns the highly coveted first dance with Princess Luna tonight. Both Pratt and Luna are absolutely floored. They are scattered across the palace. To keep it fair, a massive anti-magic field blocks all forms of cheating. You have until dawn. As Liu Gen signals the start, brilliant fireworks paint the night sky in celebration. The hunt is officially live. Elegant music fills the air as guests sway, pretending to enjoy the gala's vibes. Swept up in the mood, Luna snacks happily. Whew, at least the prize is just one measly dance, she thinks. But a new scheme is brewing. Those 11 skills could be her ultimate ticket to a future getaway. Plus, that golden egg would fetch a fortune on the black market. As she plots, a familiar voice calls out. Adamiwan rushes over, his footsteps light. Found you at last! Seeing him, Luna eagerly scampers toward her friend. New clothes? What happened to the dance? Adamiwan sighs. The other suit got covered in blood. Pratt watches them with a jealous scowl. His blood boils as Adamiwan boldly claims he'll win that first dance. Poking the bear, Adamiwan smirks. What's the matter, Sir Pratt? You look like you've swallowed a lemon. Don't tell me you're aiming for that dance too? Pratt scoffs, hiding his true feelings behind a cold. Whatever. Tired of their petty beef, Luna offers a strained smile. Suddenly, Pratt reaches out his hand toward her. Come with me, he insists. Instantly, Adamiwan flashes a radiant smile and extends his own hand. Ignore that thug and join me instead. Caught between two elite hotties, Luna is paralyzed by the impossible choice. Stress lines her face as she screams internally. Seriously, both of you can just beat it, she mutters. This is basically asking a kid to pick a favorite parent. The second-hand embarrassment for our princess is real. Liu Gen's smooth voice cuts through the tension. He unmasks, performing a bow so graceful it belongs in a museum. Prime Minister Liu Gen, at your service, Little Moon. His ethereal looks leave Luna completely starstruck and speechless. He is dangerously attractive. Liu Gen addresses the boy's protective vibes, acknowledging Luna's terrifying near-kidnapping earlier today. The trio freezes. How could he know? Traces remained in the woods, so I dispatched an elite mage to investigate. By probing the lunar eclipse, they extracted the chilling memories of the princess's close call with those kidnappers. In this realm, an obscured moon signals the arrival of the Reaper. Put simply, death has come. A lunar eclipse means a fresh corpse. Recalling the spy he left with Adamiwan, Pratt demands an immediate explanation. Luna realizes they probed the spy's corpse. Feeling the heat, Adamiwan starts giving his casual explanation. Struck by lightning, maybe? Pratt is fuming that scum didn't suffer nearly enough for his taste. He wanted to rip that beast to shreds. Meanwhile, Luna mistakenly thinks Adamiwan is actually being a total sweetheart. This is a disaster! She accidentally saved a spy meant to die, completely shattering the original plot's timeline. Princess Luna fights to rewrite her tragic destiny. But fate's cruel design refuses to yield. Britannian assassins are closing in, and despite her best efforts, Luna remains trapped in a deadly loop. Despair sinks in deep. If the Prime Minister knows the truth, why let this banquet continue? Pratt is baffled by the gamble. Liu Gen simply smirks, claiming he trusts their combined intuition. You both hid the truth from me, Liu Gen notes. Isn't that a silent plea to let the party go on? With royals everywhere, security is a total nightmare. To mask the tension, Liu Gen triggers a special egg hunt. A curse guards the grounds until daybreak, ensuring safety. Grabbing Luna's hand with a grin, Liu Gen pipes up. Princess, let's go hunt for eggs. Seeing them leave, Prut and Adamiwan totally lose their cool. They glare with murderous intent. Whoa, just kidding, Liu Gen yelps, throwing his hands up in mock defeat. They spare him for now, immediately bickering like children over who gets to be Luna's sole guardian. Fed up with the annoying chaos, Luna insists she's no child and will search the grounds solo. Adamawan pleads with his eyes. It's too risky. You should stay with me. But he's cut off instantly. Are you deaf? Prut snaps. Didn't you hear it's absolutely safe until the sun comes up? The princess is with me, Prut declares. Lujian tries to argue, but a death glare triggers his survival instinct. Never mind, Lujian mumbles, backing away while the two continue their pathetic tug-of-war over Luna. Actually, Lujian wants Luna to find her own independence. He kneels before the little princess. Princess? Your hand, please. Confused, she obeys. Magic crackles as he weaves a secret protection spell. Just yell Prometi Astoria, he whispers. A flare will signal us if you're ever in trouble. With that flare trick, the two protectors are left fuming. They definitely won't let Lujian off the hook. Lujian just laughs it off. She was a tiny baby only yesterday. He reminisces playfully. Now look at her. At this rate, she'll be walking down the aisle before we know it. That was the wrong thing to say. They jump him instantly. Even after Luna leaves, the bickering never ends. Lujian sighs at the mess. The demon of the battlefield and Hell's messenger, arguing like schoolboys? Who'd have guessed these titans of dark power would turn into such overprotective simps? Talk about a wild character arc. Lujian just watches the comedy, waiting for the real show to begin. The prize is massive. Elsewhere, Prut's elite knight order receives a sudden, urgent assembly command. It's their first major summons. Prut marches in, dead serious, and orders them to find eggs. The knights are floored. They start whispering, trying to decode their commander's true strategic intent. The boss is already OP. Jiru blushes. He doesn't need a magic power-up, right? Is it for a dance with the princess? They scoff. Their cold, invincible leader? Absolutely impossible. He only lives for the state. A dance? That's too cheesy even for a trashy manhwa plot. Look at that fire in his eyes. No way, it's for a girl. A soldier shouts with conviction. The egg is a hidden bomb, another theorizes. The game is just a cover for a secret mission. You're a genius. The knights nod, convinced this delusion matches Prut's noble, stoic vibe. Is this info legit? Positive. It's a top-secret op. Finally, the whole squad buys into the lie. With hearts full of patriotism, the Falcon Knights prepare to risk everything for the kingdom, while their commander is actually just desperate for a single dance with his precious princess. Luna, armed with spoiler knowledge, snags her first prize. The magic egg melts into her body. She now possesses the skill to tame rank A monsters. She keeps moving, scaling another massive tree. Empty. Someone beat her to it. She remembers the original plot. Only 2 special eggs remain. Invisibility and transformation. Every other egg is destined to fall into Adamawan's hands tonight. The transformation egg is hidden in Artemis Palace. Luna sets her sights on it, her only ticket out. I have to find it and escape, she vows. Suddenly, a cold voice drifts up. It's useless. They'll die. She spots a figure cradling a prule. These things are untamable, the voice sneers. They'll starve first. They choose death over submission. Luna stares down, intrigued by this mysterious, small-statured figure. Glimpsing his face, she's instantly captivated by his ethereal beauty. Suddenly, she freezes as a hidden memory strikes. Could he be Darren Wuto Prometheus, her third father candidate? His legendary visuals definitely live up to the hype. Meanwhile, Darren drones on. The male bird, heart stripped of its gemstone, uses its final strength to fly home. Before I perish, human. Let them go. Orphaned chicks won't survive long. Just give up on them. Luna stares blankly at the Bloodheart birds, utterly bewildered by her third father's grim prophecy. She almost mistakes him for a saint, Luna mutters. What trash. Just because parents die, kids are doomed? People have tried everything to harvest those gemstone hearts, but the chicks always face a miserable end. Luna knows the tragic history, but she challenges Darren's fatalism anyway. Don't these little ones deserve a choice? Does knowing the outcome mean you have to surrender? Luna's heart aches. Darren notes, only a pure maiden can tame them. I've never seen it happen. Luna panics. Has my 28-year-old cynical soul been exposed already? She reaches in and snatches the magic egg. Darren is stunned by this display of human nature. His eyes bulge. This pure maiden is a nest raider. But wait, this is all Lucian's secret plot. His magic ensures Luna will tame them. Then, snap, the tree branch beneath her gives way. Clinging to the nest, Luna shrieks as she plunges. She braces for impact, squeezing her eyes shut. Suddenly, Darren catches her now in his adult form. Once again, our heroine is blinded by his beauty. Darren usually stays in a boyish form to seal his power, but magic has triggered his transformation. He leans in and kisses Luna. Pure maiden, I've marked you, he whispers. You may summon me once. Remember the birthday gift you wanted? Luna is lost. Darren smirks. When you miss me, I shall appear. This guy is peak narcissism. With a flash, he vanishes, leaving a single transformation egg behind. A voice echoes, "Congratulations, you've obtained the transformation egg." Luna is left reeling in confusion. Does he really see me as pure? Hearing footsteps, she panics, terrified they'll spot her prize. She dives into the brush. Little does she know, these eggs are rumored to be ticking bombs. A noblewoman gossips. That's why Lord Pratt is searching like a madman. Her maid trembles. Are we safe? The lady swoons. Why fear? Heroes always rescue beauties. This egg might make me a knight's bride. Luna, hugging her egg, sighs in relief. It's not dangerous. This lady is just incredibly naive. After they pass, Luna uses the egg to mimic the blonde maid's appearance perfectly. But what about the accidental chicks? Should she dump them? No. She's stuck with the tiny stowaways. She gives them a cute warning. Slow me down, and I'll turn your claws into lemon snacks. Watching from the shadows, Darren is intrigued. Will this pure maiden find Athena's hidden egg? Keep lagging, and I'll turn your tiny claws into a lemon phoenix stir-fry, she chirps. High in the tree, Darren watches everything. He's curious to see what happens next. Can this pure maiden, or rather, this lemon snack enthusiast actually find Athena's hidden egg? Searching the forest, Luna finds a man with eyes as clear and innocent as a child's. It's Harlan Ericray, the final father candidate and a man of peak, handsome visuals. 100 prots couldn't match his beauty. He gently returns a fallen chick to its place. He looks up at Luna, clutching her nest. Are you here to play with the birds? Luna wants to admit she's a thief, but his kindness sparks a wave of guilt. She stays silent. Guess all you want, but this egg is definitely coming with me. He assumes she doesn't know the local tongue and tries to find a way to communicate. Harlan cycles through bizarre dialects. Hearing this makapaka gibberish from her future dad is exhausting. It instantly kills her urge to talk. Mom always said to avoid playing with fools. Worried, Harlan takes her hand to guide her. He insists on escorting her to the banquet. His hands are rough from years of sword mastery, giving Luna an unexpected sense of security. As they walk, Harlan sighs. I must be a fool. Why else would I try so hard? Not a single egg was in sight. Luna froze, her mind racing in total confusion. According to the original plotline, Harlan should have secured an egg easily. Did my protagonist aura just butterfly affect the entire story? That means the prize is still in that nest. Luna's eyes shimmered as she calculated her next move. Meanwhile, Harlan spiraled into a pit of self-doubt. It's my daughter's birthday, yet I can't even get close to her. I just wanted to surprise her, but I'm coming up empty-handed. They say the early bird gets the worm, but I'm failing at even being a bird. Luna watched this legendary man drown in his own drama and stopped dead. Seeing her pause, Harlan asked with genuine concern, Are you feeling unwell? Luna didn't answer. She just grabbed those calloused hands and dragged him into a full sprint. Even the clumsiest birds have a hierarchy, she shouted. You just need to learn the meta and find the shortcuts. Harlan felt a spark of warmth from her words, but then a realization hit him like a truck. This woman actually spoke the local dialect. Why the silent treatment then? Luna's expression soured. This total airhead. Why does this grown man notice the most random details? She barked at him. Just shut up and follow me. I'll help you find those eggs, and we're boiling them on the spot. The two bolted toward the massive nest. Soon, Luna was scaling the tree with ease. Harlan looked terrified. Miss, it's too dangerous. I'll just buy you some eggs. Luna literally face-palmed. You dork. Just trust me. I'm definitely getting you that hidden egg no matter what. But the moment Luna touched the shell, her blood ran cold. The hatchlings weren't dropping their camouflage for her. Seeing the chick's hostile glares, Luna felt a prickle of dread. Wait, is it behind me? She turned in horror. A gargantuan bird with a face like titanium alloy materialized beside her and lunged. Ah! Harlan, save me! Below the canopy, Harlan didn't hesitate. He drew his blade and charged toward her with lethal precision. You dare attack in my presence? He roared. Congratulations, bird! You've officially caught my attention. The 3-meter-tall mother bird shrieked in terror. She beat her wings frantically, soaring into the sky with Luna in tow. Harlan screamed her name. Harlan can't fly, Luna panicked, but then she saw him leaping from trunk to trunk like a man possessed. He was parkouring through the trees to save his princess. But before he could reach her, the beast snatched him too. Still dangling from the bird's leg, he shouted, Miss, are you all right? The mother bird seemed offended. Are you seriously chatting while I'm carrying you? High in the air, they were totally powerless. She tossed them toward the ground like rag dolls. Harlan stuck a flawless superhero landing, but Luna, not so much. She ate dirt, face first. Harlan rushed over, eyes wide with panic. Miss, are you okay? She genuinely wondered if he was blind. How could he miss her crashing butt first into the floor? The bird dumped them and soared away. Did she let us go? Harlan whispered. We need to move before she returns. As they reached the cave's exit, Luna tried to warn him to wait. Too late. They were instantly teleported back to the start. I swear, I just reached the exit, Harolyn stuttered. Luna realized the truth. The mother bird had deployed a spatial barrier. Nobody leaves without her permission. Harolyn stared at Luna, completely lost. Assuming he was curious about the monster, she began her expert analysis. That mother bird is an S-class monster, but they're usually very gentle, she explained. She probably thought we were trying to snack on her chicks. Harolyn just kept staring, his expression unreadable. He wasn't thinking about the bird. He was wondering how a sheltered noble lady knew all this. Luna's eyes widened. She'd overshared, just as she prepared to make a run for it before her cover was blown. Harolyn's eyes sparkled with pure admiration. You're incredible. Your knowledge is insane. Truly, he was just a lovable sweetheart. He leaned in eagerly. So, do you know how we break out of this barrier? Luna's expression turned cold. She thinks we're a threat to her nest. There's only one solution left. Kill the mother bird, she declared. Eliminate the caster, and the barrier shatters instantly. But Harolyn flinched. She was just protecting her family. Killing her feels too cruel. Luna brushed his hand away. She sees us as a snack, dummy. It's survival of the fittest out here. Harolyn looked defeated. Fine, he sighed. When she returns, I'll do it. Luna's pulse quickened. Her transformation was about to expire. If he discovered her true identity, it was game over. She blurted out the first excuse she could. I'm hungry. Harolyn immediately dashed off to forage. Perfect. Time to dig for those eggs and get out. Where are those eggs? Two hyped-up rookies from the Falcon Knights are frantically scouring every inch of the brush. Sobbing loudly, a brown-haired knight wails that Adam Yuan's elite hit squad is also closing in. Talk about a total drama king. Seeing rivals sacrifice everything for their nation is truly peak cinema, but Pratt's expression suddenly turns cold as ice. Seriously, what kind of drama queens did we recruit? Just then, a glimmer catches Pratt's eye near a suspicious, rustling tree. He roars out an order. Listen up! We found the hidden egg! The entire squad freezes in total disbelief. Meanwhile, trapped behind the shimmering barrier, Luna feels a massive migraine coming on. How can I slip away without Harolyn spotting me? I've only got 20 minutes until he gets back. Harolyn is only 500 meters away. If he touches this barrier, it'll teleport him straight back into that cave. Should I trigger the signal flare Lucien gave me? No, Luna quickly dismisses the idea. Definitely not like this. Suddenly, an eerie sound echoes from deep within the cave. What was that? She creeps closer to investigate the noise. She discovers a colossal egg 100 times bigger than any male's. It's a legendary female egg. Mothers usually ditch the nest after laying, but a female egg is the one thing that keeps them guarding. These females can mate just 100 days after hatching. Luna slaps her cheeks. This is her golden ticket out. Eliminate the chick, and the barrier collapses. While the mother bird loses her mind, I can finally escape this place. But staring at those helpless chicks, Luna sees a haunting reflection of her own miserable past life. As she debates sending the chick to the afterlife, Harolyn suddenly barges back with his arms loaded with food. Look at these cute babies! Luna snaps out of it as Harolyn hands her some freshly foraged forest mushrooms. Luna's brain glitches. Stewed bird with mushrooms would taste fire. Harolyn's eyes go completely dead for a second. Actually, mushroom salad is also a vibe. Luna pivots, immediately switching back into her profound philosopher mode. She muses, the weak are just pawns for the strong satisfaction, exactly like these pathetic little birds. This world is rigged. Harolyn gazes at the melancholy girl and sighs, thinking she's just too pure for this world. You're too kind. He makes a solemn vow. Don't worry. From now on, I'll be the one protecting you. Luna is literally speechless. Bro, you are reaching. I'm just doing what needs to be done. Period. We aren't vibing. You guard your berries, while I find a way to take out these little birds. In the meadow, Luna plays the innocent mushroom picker, though she'd much rather be the ruthless poison queen. Time to poison some birds, but Harolyn's words echo in her mind, making her hesitate. What a total clown. Before the poison queen can strike, a desperate, piercing shriek from the chick shatters the silence. Luna grips her poison mushrooms, ready to finish it, only to find the female chick dangling off the cliff. What a mess. The mother bird thinks her baby is already dead, so she isn't even trying to help. If that chick doesn't fly now, it's game over. Unexpectedly, Luna reaches out with a flicker of genuine compassion. But her tiny arms are too short. Is the bird stuck on the other side of the barrier? 500 meters away, Harolyn is vibing and picking his toes when he sees a pair of ghostly hands. He nearly dies of fright. Meanwhile, Luna realizes she's being way too nice for her own good. Nobody ever saved her. She should just toss those toxic mushrooms and end this bird's misery right now. Luna stares at the struggling chick, thinking darkly. It was destined to die from the start. Forget that. Destined to die is trash logic. Luna shatters her own coldness and screams for Harolyn. Harolyn sprints over like he's got rockets on his boots. Luna desperately demands his sword immediately. Harolyn is lost. What? But Luna has zero time for talk and just snatches the blade away. Harlan simply assumes she's doing it for him. If you're killing it for me, I appreciate the thought. Luna tosses the blade and keeps the scabbard. Harlan's jaw hits the floor. Miss, have you completely lost it? Ignoring him, she smears mushrooms on the scabbard to lure the chick. Harlan just won't shut up. Miss, chill. Luna replies without looking back. Maybe I can escape without murdering this poor thing. She strains her short arms, dangling the scabbard like bait. Finally, the chick latches on tight. Crack! Luna turns deathly pale as the chick panics and lets go. The cliff edge begins to crumble. Harlan screams in terror. Luna plunges, grabbing the bird, but the brat just spreads its wings and flies off. You little traitor! Luna falls, accepting her fate. There's no destiny, just my own bad luck. Whatever. If I die, I die. I've always been alone anyway. My lady, take my hand. As Harlan reaches out, Luna glimpses a flicker of hope. Guess this budget-tier dad has some use after all. Luna lunges forward and grips his palm. He pulls Luna close, bracing for the inevitable end. Suddenly, Luna snaps her eyes open and scans the area. Back in the cave, she realizes that passing 500 meters triggers an automatic teleportation return. Recalling her over-the-top final moments, Luna is so cringe-bound she wishes the ground would swallow her whole. Ah, you big dummy, she yells. Harlan looks panicked. My lady, what happened? Are you injured? Right, straying over 500 meters from the barrier, forces an instant reset back to this cavern. I totally forgot. So embarrassing, Luna wails. Don't remind me. She desperately prays for instant amnesia. Maybe she should just wipe his memory and vanish. I need to leave Earth. Harlan just laughs sheepishly. I wanted to be your hero, but I'm just too clumsy. Harlan sighs. Luna's eyes start to sting. She bites her tongue. In the original plot, his clumsy grit was exactly what led to the egg. Eerie shrieks echo through the air. They spin around to find the monstrous bird looming right there. Harlan jumps in front of Luna, but she stops him. Wait, we must show her the baby is safe. Maybe then she will back off. Pruitt beats her massive wings while the little chicks chirp away. The duo exchanges confused glances. Is that a happy screech? Those piercing eyes say otherwise. The giant birds retreat, opening a walkway. Harlan celebrates the peace, but Luna senses a hidden trap. Seeing 3 female Pruitts together is majorly sus. A realization hits Luna, and she bolts for the exit. She remembers this forest is Astoria's territory, despite the distance. According to the original novel, Harlan supposedly stumbled upon the egg while helping a fallen bird back to its nest. He never specified the species. Knowing Harlan's airheadedness, he would probably mistake a giant monster for a sparrow. Luna grasps the egg. As mana surges, a message appears. By the Queen's royal decree, forge a new era for Astoria. Instead of joy, Luna feels like she has been totally trolled. This dump was the hiding spot? Then again, for a queen who would weaponize monsters against her daughter, it tracks. Having a tyrant mom is peak bad luck. Whoa, is that the legendary egg? Harlan gasps. Harlan weeps happy, fatherly tears. Luna knows he desires it, yet there is zero jealousy in him. She shoves the egg toward him, but he bashfully retreats. Oh no, that is way too much for me. I'm not that bright. It belongs to you. His pure generosity makes Luna want to return the favor. A literal gift. Harlan's jaw drops as Luna shifts into a child. Wait, she is the princess? The spell fades. Panic surges through Luna as she frantically brainstorms a lie to cover her tracks. But Harlan is clueless. He assumes she just used a high-tier magic item to save his skin. This guy would thank his kidnappers! Luna's escape plan is toast, so she pivots to making Harlan win. Dawn is approaching fast. Yet, Harlan isn't stressed about the contest. It is too late to worry now. Just being here is enough. A wild idea strikes Luna. She focuses her mana and chants at the egg. Woohoo-la-hoo! Mega shift! A violent gale erupts, and Darren descends like a literal god. Call for me, and I will be there. The mama bird nuzzles Darren affectionately as he secures the nest. Darren kneels before Luna. So, do you remember that birthday present you asked for? Harlan leans in, curious. Luna internally screams the original book never mentioned a birthday gift. She is flying blind. Seeing Darren's hand, she guesses a handshake will suffice and reaches out. Light blinds them as Darren shifts into a majestic dragon. Here is your belated present, he rumbles. Perched on his back, Luna is paralyzed with fear. One slip from this height, absolute game over. Don't be scared. Just look, Harlan whispers. Luna wants to snap back. Are you kidding me? Then, the view hits her. It is breathtaking. Harlan speaks up. After all this, I'm sure of one thing. The miracle princess is likely my... He chokes back the words my daughter at the last second. Typical silly noble son. Even alone, he refuses to cross the line. Luna sighs at his denseness. Harlan pours on the praise, leaving Luna red-faced and totally cringing. Quick pivot. In the cruel world, males and females are just built different. Dads do the heavy lifting while moms lay eggs and ghost them like total jerks. Yet, she'd bleed for him. Harolyn's heart stops as Luna's voice cuts the air. Fragile male prules only exist because of female protection. Luna looks so pure. A buried memory resurfaces. A voice echoes, "Isn't it badass to protect your man?" Dads are legends. Even heartless, their instinct is to shield the nest. This femme fatale playing with her man? She's a ghost, Luna's late mother. Harolyn mirrors the vibe. Queen Athena once mocked them as mere mother monsters. Copying my harem style? Look at that bird. Harolyn just plays along. No match for our tigress. Athena smirks, pulling her delicate man closer. Harolyn waves the white flag. Banter over, Athena clutches her man tight. Vibes are similar, right? Harolyn asks, choosing chaos over survival. Pure ferocity. You're deadlier than any bird. Athena hugs him, eyes gleaming with a wild idea. What's the play? A secret, she whispers. That sly grin haunts his memories. It clicks. That steamy night wasn't just passion, it was the blueprint for this game. He gazes at Luna and sighs. Why now? Maybe he was just too blinded by joy. The peak of their happiness now mirrors his deepest grief. Remembering hurts too much. The queen's words echo. Male prules will shield their kin even with a hollow chest. He finally gets it. She wanted him to be Luna's shield. I'll protect her, always. First, stop out of here, chicken stew. Dawn finally breaks over the ballroom. Only the backup dads found eggs. Lujine announces Adamirwan's haul, a measly 4. Pratt fails to suppress a smirk. Adamirwan snaps, "What's so funny, punk?" Pratt flexes 5 eggs, letting one slip on purpose. Time for the humble brag. My hands are too full to pick it up. Dang, he totally played them. The crowd roars. The commander actually gapped Adamirwan. Adamirwan is absolutely seething. He cheated with numbers, Adamirwan yells. Lujine calls it strategy. Then, a soldier blabs. The assassins help too. Instant silence. Pratt just smirks. Bring out the main course. Behold, under the spotlight, his knight reveals a massive, legendary egg. Pratt flexes. This bad boy isn't just huge, it's built to last. Lujine's expression goes cold. What a clown. Suddenly, a kid sprints over. My toy ball! Thanks, Lord Pratt. Pratt turns scarlet with rage, terrifying the poor kid. Take it if you want, the boy squeaks. Pratt is literally dying of cringe inside. Recovering his dignity, he lectures the kid. Stay out of the woods, kid. It's dangerous. He eats the ball. Adamirwan, fueled by pure pettiness, spots a new opening. No way. His luck is insane. If it's on the floor, it's mine. Lujin wants to facepalm, but his inner gossip girl is winning. He eyes Pratt. Want to be the princess's dance partner? Pratt stays stubborn. I'm only here as her shield. Fine, no tea today, Lujin sighs. But before the winner is named, a blonde scout pales. Wait, there are 3 eggs missing. Which means they're bombs. Chaos erupts. Is this it? Lord Pratt, I love you. Pratt is losing his mind. Did I recruit a circus? There are no bombs. He tries to calm the madness. Then, a shadow eclipses the sun. Muto, the silver dragon, descends with a bone-chilling roar. Every eye is glued to the sky. It's him, the legendary Lord Muto in the flesh. Wait, someone's riding him! Like a bolt of lightning, Harolyn leaps down, clutching the princess. Pratt and Adamirwan's jealousy instantly hits critical mass. Hands off our Luna. That mysterious egg? It's actually the queen's legendary sacred relic. Liu Chen crowns Harolyn champion instantly, leaving Pruitt absolutely seething with rage. Chaos King Liu Chen stirs the pot, claiming Pruitt literally couldn't care less about the dance. He hates dancing with you, princess. Harolyn, want to steal the first partner spot? Pure Harolyn blushes yes, while Pruitt eyes Liu Chen's punchable face and draws cold steel. I'll end you! Seeing the heat, Liu Chen panics and signals the final waltz to begin. Harolyn and Luna glide elegantly, making every noblewoman's heart melt with their adorable vibe. The sight makes everyone want to start a family. Meanwhile, Darren hovers high above. Dragon daughter, you finally piqued my interest. Luna is literally at a loss for words. Stop stalking me from the sky. Nearby, the Mahjong trio watches the drama unfold. They're low-key judging. Adam Yuan plots a prank, but Liu Shen reads him like a book. Luna and Harolyn drift in perfect soft rhythm as the music swells beautifully. Rest your hand on my shoulder. Wait, tiny Luna can't even reach that high. Forced to stand on his feet, sweet Luna worries if she's too heavy for him. Harolyn swears she's light as air, but Luna still feels bad for this dummy. Just as she hops off his feet, disaster strikes her balance, completely vanishes. She's falling. Suddenly, whoosh, she's soaring. Luna dangles midair, heart pounding with fear. Darren's magic kicks in. No princess of mine touches the ground in my domain. A royal waltz demands nothing less than the grandest stage in the clouds. He yeets the discount father skyward too. Dance among the stars, shoulder to shoulder. Luna is terrified of the heights until Harolyn pulls her into a protective embrace. Don't be scared. Darren beams, totally misreading her sheer panic for pure happiness. Thinking she loves it, Darren yeets them higher. You crazy dragon, put me down. Safe in Harlan's arms, Luna's vertigo fades as she finally dares to peek below. A breathtaking panorama unfolds. Harlan tenderly rests his hand on the small princess's shoulder. Shall we dance in the clouds, princess? Luna gazes at the shimmering, ethereal horizon. Enchanted by his kindness, she whispers, yes, even if this wasn't in the script. It's a total plot deviation, but why not make some magical, unwritten memories tonight? The Sky Waltz is so iconic that other couples start joining the celestial ballroom too. Down below, Adam Yuan is literally seething. He storms up to Darren, fuming with jealousy. Hey, lizard, send me up now, Darren scoffs. Where are your manners, human? He yeets the shameless Adam anyway. Adam immediately shoves Harlan out of the way. My turn to dance. Scram, Harlan. But the clueless Harlan is somehow actually touched. You're so thoughtful, Harlan beams. Adam realizes bullying this idiot is no fun. Before Adam gets lonely, Darren decides he needs some royal attention for himself. My turn, Darren demands credit for everything, insisting he deserves a dance too. Watching her chaotic fathers battle for her, Luna's head starts to throb. Total headache. Shouldn't you guys be making me money instead? Suddenly, the trio's bickering intensifies. Protective Dad Pruitt scales the air itself. Guard duty never rests, he declares seriously. The sky is too cold, he grumbles, acting like the ultimate overprotective mother hen. Harlan asks about the egg. Luna says it's safely teleported to her private room. To reassure him, she summons it back, but her grip suddenly fails. Splat. The relic turns into a slippery nightmare and plunges. Luna desperately dives after it. Vertigo hits as she enters a freefall. Darren's eyes widen in terror. Princess! Pruitt thought Darren was insane, yet there they were, dancing like nothing was wrong. As Adam Yuan and Harlan mess around, Pratt lets out a heavy sigh. Maybe those storybook happy endings actually exist. He remembers being labeled a curse since birth. Frustrated, he snaps. Why am I dwelling on such garbage memories? Suddenly, Luna's scream pierces the air. Danger! Pratt's face drains of color as pure panic sets in. He leaps without a second thought. Princess, hold on! Luna's eyes well up as he pulls her into a tight embrace. Like a helpless chick, Pratt prepares for the end, but Darren's magic surges just in time to rescue them both. But Pratt isn't feeling thankful. He explodes. How could you put the princess in such a deadly, high-altitude situation? Ignoring the outburst, Darren flicks Pratt's forehead. You're way too young to be scowling like some grumpy old man. Interesting. Darren reveals his sacred oath to Athena. He'll protect Luna at any cost, making sure she never gets a scratch. Eyeing Pratt's scowl, Darren tells him to watch his own back. With a finger snap, he launches Pratt skyward too. Just relax and enjoy the view, he teases. Pratt's face turns beet red as his blood starts to boil. Muto, who said you could decide for me? Meanwhile, Luna, cradled by Pratt, feels a sudden pang of regret. Since Pratt missed the group dance, Luna reaches out a tiny hand. Would you like to dance with me, Pratt? Stunned by the invitation, Pratt's shock quickly melts into pure joy. A wave of warmth completely floods his cold heart. If that's what the princess wants, he replies, hiding the fact that this was his secret dream all along. Observing the pair, Darren warns Adam and Harlan that Luna's near-fatal fall was no mere accident. It was intentional. He felt a foul, dark energy radiating from the egg. Clutched in his hand, he wonders, who is targeting our princess? Meanwhile, Luna is totally captivated. Despite Pratt's frozen expression, his dance moves are incredibly graceful and sophisticated. She realizes he's nothing like the battlefield demon rumors. Underneath that tough exterior, he might actually be a sweetheart. Jealous of their bond, Darren calls out to the princess, but Luna doesn't exactly seem thrilled to see him. He uses the egg as bait to win her back. It's fixed. Go play. Luna immediately falls for the trap. With eyes sparkling like stars, she thanks him. I promise I'll hold onto it tight and won't drop it. You can pick a dad, but you shouldn't make promises lightly. Suddenly, a cold chill sweeps over Luna. A sudden sneeze sends the egg tumbling again. Talk about bad luck. Life is just one chaotic twist after another. Watching the chaos from below, a mysterious figure seethes. I spent so much effort cursing that egg for nothing. That stupid lizard ruined everything. But his companion scoffs. Relax. The princess is still young. We have time. With an empty throne, we still have a shot. Once our puppet takes power, everything will fall into place. The egg nails Lujen right in the head. He looks like he's seen a ghost. Luna frantically asks if he's okay. Groaning in pain, Lujen jokes about the queen's relic. One wrong move, and this thing could literally crush someone. Luna offers a guilty apology. Lujen boasts, don't worry, as a top-tier prime minister and powerful mage, I can easily protect myself and everyone else. Luna, still feeling bad, starts buttering him up with compliments. Athena's right-hand man is truly incredible. Suddenly, Lujen notices a mysterious object hidden deep inside the egg. A secret letter appears. Opening it, Lujen recites 4 names: Harlan, Darren, Pratt, and Adam Miwan. Luna's face goes pale. It's the letter from the original story. There's no way to dodge this plot point now. The letter declares these 4 hotties as official father candidates. Luna holds the power to kick them out anytime. Their mission: find Athena's 4 sacred relics, the Holy Grail and the legendary Olympus crystal branch. Also, the crystal dragon and the lizard skin coat. Luna will choose the next emperor based on their merit. She must judge their skills during the hunt, not just their handsome faces. The crowd erupts after hearing the decree. The banquet hall explodes with gossip. This is way too reckless. But then, a new rule is revealed. Anyone can challenge. The room goes dead silent. Challenging these 4 monsters? That's basically a suicide mission for anyone brave enough. These guys are legendary tier heroes. Already, half the kingdom is rooting for Pratt to take the crown. Back at the palace, the Imperial region is absolutely fuming. How can this be allowed? People are still hyping up Athena and Pratt's legends. We need a way to take him out permanently, but his henchman trembles. Pratt is just too broken. There's 0 chance of winning against him. The regent gets lost in a delusion of Luna calling him daddy. He's convinced his master plan will work out, making him the supreme ruler of the entire empire. Can we just take out the other daddy candidates? That way, only I get to be little Luna's father. The subordinate is left completely speechless. The regent deciphers every flicker in her eyes. Fine, I get it. Say no more. The subordinate drops to the floor, groveling in fear. It's not that you aren't worthy, sire, but those guys are absolute monsters with maxed out combat stats. First, there's Harlan, the demon of the battlefield. Then, Adam Yuan, the Empire's deadliest shadow assassin. Even Darren is a dragon with god-tier powers. The regent fumes. So, what's the move? The subordinate smirks, hatching a plan. Simple, we just ignore the will. The regent's expression turns ice cold. Are you insane? But the man continues his pitch. We'll convince the public that Luna is unfit to lead. That throne will be yours in no time. Meanwhile, our little princess, unaware she's being plotted against, returns to her chambers. Lila and Fida are already buzzing about those 4 elite hotties. They're dying to know which daddy candidate Luna prefers. She just sighs, finding the whole situation completely unhinged. But as she reflects, a realization hits the regent's real goal isn't just power, it's total usurpation. The thought gives her a massive migraine. Princess? Earth to princess. The maid's voice snaps Luna back to reality. Wow, you look stunning. Seeing their adorable princess dressed up makes the maids' hearts flutter and their hands shake with excitement. Suddenly, a soft knock echoes from the back entrance, catching the maids off guard. Who'd visit this late? The door creaks open as Amo steps inside. Princess, please forgive my absence from your party. Everyone freezes. Amo is an absolute visual king, dangerously handsome. Greetings to the Empire's little moon. The maids immediately swarm him. Amo humbly apologizes for failing to protect the princess from recent dangers. Facing such a top-tier face, Luna's logic vanishes. No biggie, it definitely wasn't your fault, Lord Amo. Suddenly, Amo moves to harm himself in penance, sending the girls into a panicked cold sweat. Talk about being dramatic. After an hour of chaos, they finally calm him down. Amo presents a mysterious egg sent by Lugan. Luna stares, baffled. Wait, am I supposed to absorb this? She tries the incantation, but total silence. She gives Amo a confused look. Amo is puzzled. Your mana matches the queen's. You should have synced with it easily. How strange. Luna's heart sinks. Is it because I'm not the original soul of this body? She wonders internally. Might be a mana block, Amo suggests. We should check it out. Luna panics. Haha, maybe I'm just feeling off today. If they run a check, her secret is toasted. She needs to figure out this mystery and fast. To distract Amo from his spiral, she asks why Pratt has such major beef with Adam Yuan. Sure, Adam used to be a bandit, but Pratt isn't usually that petty about status. Amo explains the real tea. See, Pratt doesn't care about rank. Amo himself was a commoner. His hatred for Adam is way more personal. Years ago, Pratt waited 3 agonizing years for Queen Athena's return, his heart racing with anticipation. The queen's message finally arrived. She had rescued a poor slave from a den of degenerates. Pratt told Amo to prepare for a traumatized victim, but Lugan saw right through it. Knowing our queen, she definitely brought back a total hottie. Pratt refused to believe it, getting defensive. He even threatened to silence Lugan, but Lugan just gave him a pitying look, telling him to wait and see. Pratt's heart hammered as the massive city gates creaked open. Athena stepped forward, radiant as ever. Long time no see, Pratt. Blushing like a schoolboy, Pratt saluted. Imperial Knight Pratt Leclerc, at your service, my queen. Athena sighed at his stiff greeting. Where are the kisses, the hugs, the dramatic reunions? Pratt just groaned internally. Why did I have to fall for someone this chaotic? Can I undo the last 5 years? Athena smirked, introducing her casual encounter to Pratt. She grabbed Adam Yuan's hand right in front of him. This is Adam. I saved him from that den of perverts. The telegram definitely left out the super hot part. Pratt's blood boiled instantly. Then, Adam pulled a classic move, a fake stumble right into Athena's waiting arms. I'm so sorry, Your Majesty, Adam whimpered, playing the victim perfectly. I shouldn't be clinging to you like this. Looking over Athena's shoulder, the manipulator smirked at Pratt. I'm Adam Yuan Burlemis. My name was a gift from her. He then casually dropped the bombshell that the queen had bullied him every night for 3 whole years. Pratt exploded with murderous intent. Your Majesty, is this how you spent your 3-year mission, collecting eye candy? Athena tried to dodge the heat, but the master manipulator wasn't done yet. Blushing shyly, he whispered, those 3 years with the queen, they were the happiest moments of my life. Pulling Athena close again, he trembled. The darkness haunts me, Your Majesty. Stay by my side tonight. She looks distressed. She stroked Adam Yuan's head. I will sleep with you these nights. Do not be afraid, my treasure. Prout instantly wanted to draw his sword. The heartbreaker hastily explained she only held hands and did not fully cheat. Prout was furious. An emotional affair is still cheating. He again wanted to tear his 5-year-ago self apart, but the queen saved his life. What could he do? Blame only the hurt being too deep, the heartbreaker too heartless, and the manipulator too manipulative. Prout consoled himself. The queen manages state affairs, so she needs some relaxation. However, conniving Adam Yuan kept provoking Prout. You could hear the sound of Prout's rationality snapping. Emo, recalling to this point, cannot help but feel sorry for Prout. Poor Prout loved the queen deeply, but because of Adam Yuan's scheming, his relationship with the queen was intruded upon. Luna is speechless. Adam Yuan is way too manipulative. However, Emo says, even so, I still admire Adam Yuan because I can relate to him. During the conversation, Emo suddenly senses something wrong. He swiftly draws his sword and thrusts it toward the door with a whoosh. Yes, this is the domineering man, the real Emo. He appears innocent, but his true identity is a former bandit leader. To protect Luna, he can sacrifice his life at any time, but to enemies, he is merciless. Luna looks shocked. This is way too far from the original. Am I going to die early? The door creaks open. Thud. Lu Jen whimpers. Lord Emo is so mean. Seeing Lu Jen, everyone's faces darken. The magic image stone in Lu Jen's hand catches their attention. Lu Jen says awkwardly, I just wanted to record the princess's beautiful moments. But Emo does not buy it and demands, when did you get here? Lu Jen says, since you started talking about Prout, I came about the princess exam. Just as he is about to change the subject, Emo questions, Prime Minister, do not change the subject. You were secretly filming. Luna is speechless. Emo suddenly asks curiously, if the Prime Minister came about the princess exam, why did you entrust the egg to us? Exam? Luna is full of questions. Did the novel mention this? How come I never heard of it? Lu Jen says, seriously, as your magic teacher, it is time to test your progress. If you do not get a perfect score on this test, you might be a fake princess, the maid says angrily. That is too much. Who says not getting a perfect score means you are not a princess? Pitiful Luna agrees wholeheartedly. Poor me. As Luna looks at the exam questions, Lu Jen keeps rambling. Emo roared, stop talking! Seeing the questions, Luna breathes a sigh of relief. Not very difficult. Perhaps because the questions are too simple. Luna spaces out thinking about the strange events. In the week before her sudden death, to read novels, her savings depleted. She lamented, damn it. Who can let me read free novels? Her phone suddenly received a message. Read the entire royal diary for free. She bolted up from near death. Impossible, but she still could not resist the temptation and accepted. She flipped through the novel. Athena's mother, who had the title of witch, drove away the queen consort and took the position of the king's wife. The king hoped she would bear a son, but she gave birth to daughter Athena, then had frequent miscarriages. Finally, the king angrily executed the consort under the pretext of protecting Athena, but actually out of disgust. The king drove her from the palace. Influenced by her father, Athena became a player. Later, the king was killed by rebels. Athena quickly dealt with the villain Tyrant. From then on, she lived happily with her handsome man. Then Athena gave birth to Luna, but it did not specify who her father was. The first part ended there. Since I curiously opened the second part, but right away Athena died. The writing style changed drastically, and in the end, even Luna died by assassination. Sensei was completely petrified. Who reads this garbage? She still read it carefully in the end. So there was a connection all along. Transmigrating into a novel she read, this is too strange. And after that, searching online, there was no trace of it at all. Then, after reading intensively for 1 week, you died. Sensei. This sentence makes Luna look in surprise at the person before her. Sensei, this person is her imaginary creation. She pulls out a chair on her own. What is really going on? I can see you are not happy to call me out. Luna does not say a word. Sensei sweats. What a weirdo. Sensei was an orphan. Whenever she needed someone to talk to, she would imagine a friend to chat with. She did not really like the person she imagined. After all, who likes facing their own inner darkness and cowardice? Luna interrupts. Sensei, let us talk business. Luna writes, scribbling, why was I reborn as the protagonist in a novel? Next, Luna asks the second question. Why do I still have memories from my past life? Sensei writes conclusions for each of Luna's questions. Sensei suddenly points at Luna. Third, does this body have memories from before age 7? Luna thinks with furrowed brow. I cannot remember if it were normal reincarnation. I should remember everything. Sensei points at what she wrote. Don't you still remember the language here? Luna, only forgetting memories before 7 is indeed strange. Sensei asks, any other questions? Luna speaks frankly. There is one more very strange question. Pratt is very strange. His speech patterns are vastly different. Then Sensei picks her ear, doubting what she heard. His years-long seal as a doting father must have been broken. All right, now the most important thing is to find the 4 sacred relics. According to the setting, the 4 sacred relics were prepared to stop the retainer attack. Finding the relics will avoid being killed at 12. Sensei shouts in alarm. We are doomed! You thought that part was boring and skipped it. Hearing this, Luna turns around. Ah, the sunshine is so nice. Don't escape reality. Sensei is driven to scratch her head by Luna's attitude. Suddenly, she stands up. I know it is fine. Find a father. Find a good father. The reason Luna will die is because her mana is depleted. Mana is inherited from the father. Just find items that match the mana type. Also, mana items will curse and kill unrelated people, so have a purge meeting. This way, Luna will be saved. Regarding Sensei's words, Luna strongly objects. She does not want anyone to sacrifice because of her. Seeing this, Sensei says, then let's leave it for now. Age 12 is still far away. Now there are 3 strategies. First, the suggestion I just made, pass. Second, find the 4 sacred relics. Third is to act cute. Hearing this, Luna directly sends her away. Truly heartless. This is no different from being callously abandoned. Luna, having sorted her thoughts, feels very tired. Why am I so sleepy? Luna collapses and falls asleep. Lujian barges in carelessly. Princess, how did the exam go? Seeing Luna slumped on the table, Lujian smiles. I cast a spell, yet she still fell asleep. Seems she really hates exams. Lujian casually glances at the test paper. Oh my goodness! Less than 15 minutes. Word spreads throughout the entire palace. Lujian accidentally gave the princess the highest level magic exam, and the princess actually got everything right within 30 minutes. The maids whisper, how is that possible? The princess is only 7. Adam Yuan interrupts them. Wait, please tell me the details. At this moment outside the exam room, Amo has a gentle expression looking at the sleeping Luna. He did not expect the princess to be so excellent. Night, Amo, you can go back now. Adam Yuan continues happily. From now on, I want to celebrate alone with my daughter. Let me take her away, Amo says anxiously. You are too kind. Inside the exam room, there is anti-cheating magic. You cannot take Luna out until the designated time. Adam Yuan is a bit unhappy. Just have Lujian remove it. Where is Lujian? Amo says with a sweat drop. Lujian already took the princess's test paper to show off throughout the palace. Adam Yuan declares, I will stay with her. Adam Yuan walks in on his own. Looking at Luna's sleeping face, he cannot help but admire her. Is there anyone in this world more adorable than her? No matter who your biological father is, you are my daughter. Adam Yuan sighs in relief. Good thing I did not kill the child's mother back then, otherwise I would not have seen this child. Just as he is full of inner drama, the exam alarm rings. 5 minutes left until the exam ends. Time passes. Adam Yuan thinks, if only time could stop at this moment. Amid everyone's discussion, Pratt walks toward Luna, but he thinks without confidence. The princess is a genius, which is indeed cause for joy. But as a mere knight, what right do I have to celebrate for her? Pratt feels the forefather candidates game is utterly absurd. After all, even someone like Adam Yuan can be on the candidate list. Pratt does not want Luna to be with the other candidate fathers. He does not quite understand why he feels this way. Just as he walks toward Luna, he sees Adam Yuan holding her. Hunting mode is about to activate. Scoundrel, why are you holding her? Seeing this, Adam Yuan bursts out laughing. Pratt demands, what are you laughing at? Adam Yuan says, do you think I have been so respectful to you because you are handsome? I was just trying to appear docile in front of the queen. But now I am a father candidate just like you, so I will not tolerate you anymore. Pratt will not indulge him either. In that case, you should be permanently removed from the father candidates. On the other side, a maid says disrespectfully, the princess must have cheated. After all, she has many magic items. No, Harolyn explains, the princess is definitely a genius. She also found the hidden egg. A 7-year-old child with such insight is absolutely a genius. Hearing this, the maid also thinks about it. Anyone who can complete Queen Athena's task must be a genius. Also, Heroline absolutely never lies. After all, Athena once flew into a rage because of Heroline's terrible acting. But still, the princess is only 7. Just as the maid falls into doubt again, a barefoot giant, oh no, our Darren walks over and confirms. Luna is indeed a genius. He indicates that if the two maids continue questioning like this, they'll be dealt with by Prout. At this moment, Adamiwan and Prout are ready to draw swords for a showdown. Luna, in Adamiwan's arms, is internally breaking down. Already awake, she doesn't dare open her eyes because she is so scared. Prout decides to kill Adamiwan. Before the princess wakes, Luna cries inwardly, "What should I do now? Now is the time to unite against outsiders. They can't fight. Okay then, I'll conquer the world with cuteness. Daddy, Luna loves you." Luna likes kind and gentle daddies. The original purpose was to soothe them, but unexpectedly hearing this, the two bristle again. "The princess called me? Me? Ah, what do I have to say? What do I have to do for you to love me a little less?" She instantly wants to play dead. Adamiwan smugly retorts, "It wasn't me." Prout speaks bluntly, "I don't want to deal with you. Get lost." Seeing the two stop arguing, Luna thinks her consolation worked and shows a relieved smile. At this moment, Amo comes over. "Captain Adamiwan, the assassination mission the Prime Minister entrusted to you needs to be executed." Adamiwan's face falls. "Sending me to kill enemies in front of my daughter, is that appropriate?" Prout sneakily adds, "She's not your daughter." Adamiwan reluctantly hands Luna over to Amo. "Got it. I'm entrusting my daughter to you." Then he turns around boldly. "Wait for my triumphant return." At this moment, Luna secretly opens her eyes to watch Adamiwan leave. She thinks to herself how Adamiwan is usually so carefree that she almost forgot he's the captain of the assassination squad. Thinking about these two men's identities, it seems Queen Athena didn't choose them simply for companionship. Watching Amo holding Luna, Prout orders, "Give her to me." Amo looks surprised as he lets Prout take the princess. Prout mutters, "Didn't expect you to be this heavy." Luna thinks, "Thanks a lot. I really appreciate that." Hearing this, Amo says, "How about I take her?" Prout gives him a look that makes Amo laugh out loud. This makes Prout feel baffled and quite annoyed. Amo says with a smile, "It seems you haven't realized yet." Prout holds Luna and frowns in thought. What nonsense is this? Soon, Prout carries Luna back to her room and sits by the bed, watching her sleeping face. She really looks like the queen. Luna feels immense pressure at this moment. Why isn't this guy leaving? At this moment, she suddenly remembers what Dr. Chien said about his daughter obsession seal being released. Then Prout's voice reaches her ears. "I should go." Luna hurriedly grabs Prout's hand and says drowsily, "Daddy," but in her heart she keeps complaining, "Am I crazy? What do I do now?" Prout sits back down at this moment. The two inadvertently lock eyes, leaving them both stunned. On the other side, Darren tells the maids not to gossip behind people's backs. "If the black-haired man hears you, you'll lose your heads." Then, he orders, "Go about your work and pass the word to the others." The two maids hastily flee the scene. Heroline was about to tell Darren about Luna when Darren says, "I already know." Heroline can't help but marvel. A dragon's ears are truly sharp. But Darren says matter-of-factly, "I didn't hear it, I saw it with my own eyes." "Aren't I amazing? Feel free to praise me." Heroline is speechless at this moment. Darren jumps down from the windowsill. "What are you holding?" Heroline says. "Wild flowers I picked by the roadside. I wanted to celebrate for Princess Luna, but they look a bit shabby." Darren snaps his fingers. The flowers dance gracefully, entwined with silk threads. Darren says gently, "Perhaps it's insignificant, but it's precious. I think the one in your hand has meaning, precisely because it's humble." Just as Heroline is moved by Darren's wisdom, Darren smiles and conjures up a gorgeous bouquet. "Let's go." What a master manipulator. Darren and Heroline walk into Luna's room and hear the maid whisper softly, "Shh, keep it down." In the end, the four of them end up stacking on top of each other at the door inside the room. Luna slowly wakes up. She thinks to herself that magic really doesn't work on her. She turns her head and sees Prout lying by the bedside. Luna thinks, "Oh no, when he wakes up, he won't chop my head off, will he?" Luna can't control herself. She wants to touch Prout's hair, but Prout suddenly grabs her hand. When Prout comes to his senses, he says, "Please forgive me, princess. I'm not used to having people around when I sleep." Luna blurts out, "I'm not used to having family either." Realizing her words sound wrong, she explains, "My mom went to heaven, and I only recently got 4 chosen daddies." Luna continues being sweet. "Prout, you're my family. Just call me Luna." Prout returns to his usual cold demeanor that would not be proper. He turns toward the door. However, it seems there are some rats hiding over there. "The 4 people outside think you are the rat. Your whole family are rats." Prout draws his sword and slashes at the door. The 4 of them laugh awkwardly. "We have been discovered." The two maids quickly make excuses and run off. Harolyn says with a grin, "Darren, should we leave too?" Darren, transformed into a child, points at the menacing Pratt. It is too late. Pratt is so cunning, taking on the daddy role first. Harolyn looks admiring and gives a thumbs up. As expected of Lord Pratt. Amazing. At this moment, Luna notices. "Hey, isn't that a recording stone?" Darren looks at the crystal beside him. "My daughter is so cute, of course. I have to record it." Hearing this, Pratt just wants to draw his sword. Luna quickly changes the subject. "By the way, Harolyn, what are you holding?" Harolyn was about to say it is flowers. To celebrate her perfect score, when scheming, Darren pulls out his large bouquet. Luna is overwhelmed by them. Is this really necessary? But at this moment, an even bigger surprise arrives. Several guards bring in a whole room full of flowers. It turns out the master schemer Ada Miwan sent them to celebrate the princess's perfect score. Luna blushes, looking at the handsome man. It is just a perfect score on a 7-year-old's test. At this moment, an exclamation. "Oh my, that test is only 7-year-old level for the princess?" Ada Miwan says with a radiant smile. "Congratulations, princess, on achieving a perfect score on the advanced magic exam in 30 minutes. Hearing this, Luna's jaw drops. Ada Miwan adds casually to the guard. "Some small fries dared to take up my time with the princess. In my anger, I eliminated them." Luna is still stunned. "Darn it, they won't get suspicious. Will they?" Luna frantically explains that she read some books before. The atmosphere becomes awkward. Luna thinks this excuse really is terrible. At this moment, Harolyn speaks up. "Wait, the ability to remember everything you see? Isn't that the same as Lord Pratt?" Pratt also feels somewhat puzzled. How could the princess have the same ability as him? And his memory isn't common. Jealousy makes people ugly. Ada Miwan says, sourly, "How can you compare the princess's genius ability with those of just anyone?" Only now does Luna realize that she possesses the same memory as she did in her past life. Luna looks at Pratt. Could I really be Pratt's child? But Pratt shyly changes the subject, saying they need to search for the 4 sacred relics. Little schemer Ada Miwan seizes the opportunity to invite the princess to go on a picnic. Pratt looks at Ada Miwan angrily. "Searching for the relics is a mission from the queen. We need to start now." Harolyn chimes in. "The relics are important, but does Lord Pratt know how to search for them?" Pratt sweats nervously. "How would I know? Just search with your heart." Warm-hearted Darren steps in. "Pratt, you are too tense. Relax a bit." While speaking, Darren presents his flowers to Luna. Harolyn silently hides his small wild flowers behind his back. Luna says thoughtfully to Harolyn, "Harolyn, don't you also have something to give me?" Harolyn says shyly, "It is nothing, princess." Pratt repeats again that finding the relics is important. Ada Miwan agrees. "You guys go. I will accompany the princess alone." On the other side, in the royal council hall, the imperial regent's lackey says, "The princess is still young. She cannot choose the emperor based on her whims." Lujian retorts, "The princess's genius ability is unprecedented. She completed the advanced magic exam in just 30 minutes and achieved a perfect score." A minister adds, "Yes, I heard the hidden egg in the Easter game was also discovered by the princess." After that, all the ministers are successfully convinced. The princess is the best. The princess is the purest. Long live the princess. Even the imperial regent's lackey switches sides. In this battle, the imperial regent loses. Luna does not know she has gained more supporters. At this moment, hearing about the picnic, she cheers. "I want to go on a picnic. If Her Highness wants to play, everyone will indulge her. If Pratt wants to find the relics, let him go alone." Darren, with a snap, changes himself and Luna into matching outfits. The great demon Ada Miwan says, "You should go do great things, like finding the relics. I alone can accompany the princess." But who would listen to him? Pratt steps forward. "Wait." Darren calls him out. "If you want it, say it. Do not be stubborn." Pratt tells him to shut up. "I just want to protect the princess." As Luna is smelling the familiar flowers, little Cheon appears again. "Are you getting in too deep, little one?" Luna's inner thoughts are laid bare. Because she is her. After trying so hard for so long, she still cannot escape fate's arrangements despite death. Harolyn's victory. The general plot has not changed. Harolyn comes over and asks Luna what is troubling her. Little Cheon looks at Harolyn. He is quite perceptive. Luna snaps out of it. Harolyn smiles and picks a rose, placing it on Luna's head. Roses are very much like the princess. Both make people feel happy. Harolyn suddenly realizes, "Princess, I am sorry. I am used to taking care of my younger siblings." He covers his face shyly. "I am truly happy to be the princess's family." This side of Harolyn brings some warmth to Luna's heart, but little Cheon sarcastically reminds her, "You are not thinking of playing family, are you? You have already lost them once." Luna thinks, "I know. It is just suddenly a Damiwan whooshes out, jealous." He complains ominously. The princess abandoned him to play happily with Harolyn. Then he grins and places more roses on Luna's head. Compared to the princess, everything else is trash. Seeing this, Darren joins in the fun. "I cannot just watch. He snaps his fingers and presents Luna with a basket of flowers. Then he brags that he has more flowers than them. And his enthusiasm for the princess is 10 times theirs. As sparks fly among the three, Pratt storms over angrily. In this situation, Pratt does not want to be left behind. He walks toward the rose garden and reaches out to pick flowers. When Adamawan smacks Pratt's hand away and makes an excuse, there is a bug. Pratt cannot take this little schemer anymore. Let us fight, Adamawan scoffs. Ah, caught. So you knew the bug I meant was you? Luna does not know how to ease the atmosphere and can only laugh awkwardly. Thank you, everyone. All the daddies are dazzled by Luna's smile. Meanwhile, the Imperial Regent is scolding his lackey subordinate. Even you joined in shouting, "Long live Princess Luna! You scoundrel!" The subordinate kneels and begs for mercy. I have other methods, the Regent says, fantasizing about marrying Luna. He listens to his subordinate's plan. We will find the relics first and show the people that they are all show. While you, though not easy on the eyes, are the best emperor candidate. The Regent feels something is off but still laughs. Let them see our power. On the other side at the spring outing, Luna is playing house. She wants Pratt to eat mud balls. Pratt is awkward and does not know what to do, but Darren directly stuffs the mud ball in his mouth. And after tasting gives it 50 points. Pratt says angrily, "Are you saying that to gain favor?" Then he draws his sword and walks toward Darren. Luna, afraid Pratt will become a dragon slayer, hurries to mediate. Daddy should play with his daughter, and killing someone in front of your daughter is not good, Pratt directly suggests. Then let us practice swordplay. Adamawan says, then you go practice. I will play with the princess alone. Luna pouts. That is not called playing. Pratt knows this, makes the three of them exclaim in surprise. Luna suggests playing hide and seek. Pratt and Adamawan look confused, while Darren and Harolyn proudly say they know how to play. Pratt scoffs. Is it not just finding the hiding person and beating them up? Luna speechlessly but patiently explains the game rules. And the game begins. Adamawan volunteers to be the seeker, holding a vine whip and playfully threatening Harolyn behind the tree. Come out nicely. I will let you go not so painfully. At this moment, Harolyn deeply regrets not stopping him. From being the seeker, a voice says, there is a rat here. Harolyn does not dare breathe. Right here, hearing the voice, Adamawan turns around and sees his arch-rival Pratt. Pratt says leisurely, I am the seeker. The rule of the game is to kill the one you find. Adamawan says he quite likes this rule too. Just now, it was only because of my daughter that I could not kill you. Now, he strikes directly. Pratt dodges and draws his sword to attack. She is not your daughter. Adamawan laughs angrily. Even if she is not my daughter, what is it to you? Pratt is momentarily speechless. It is an emotion even he cannot understand. Whenever someone gets close to the princess, he gets inexplicably angry. At first it was to protect the princess, fearing someone would hurt her, but later he gradually developed a longing. He also wanted to blend into the harmonious scenes. Adamawan calls him out directly. Just admit it. You also want to become the princess's family. Pratt grits his teeth, thinking of the past. What is this worthless family game anyway? Pratt kicks Adamawan away. Adamawan mocks Pratt for a sneak attack. Fighting should be fair and square. However, he kicks up dust, obscuring Pratt's vision. Pratt closes his eyes to sense the enemy's movement, then strikes fiercely. Adamawan is knocked directly into a tree. Adamawan looks at Pratt, who refuses to admit it. You are angry. Does that not mean you admit it? Just as Pratt is thinking about tearing this man apart. Stop it! Harolyn suddenly intervenes. You two are normal right now. If you do not stop, I will have to use force. Pratt does not care at all. He has bloodthirsty genes in his body anyway. He will fight as usual. However, at this moment, Luna calls out, Pratt, you broke the rules. Pratt immediately feels guilty. He releases his grip on Adamawan because he doesn't want to be disliked by cute Luna. The three daddies kneel on washboards receiving Luna's lecture, but Harolyn is too innocent. Adamawan wants to blame Pratt, but Luna sees right through it. Adamawan, lying makes you a bad person. Pratt on the side realizes he truly lost control because of Luna. The moment he locks eyes with Luna, he feels like a fool. Luna suddenly speaks next. Let me be the seeker. The person found has to be my subordinate for life, and so the game starts again. As Luna counts, little Xian appears again. Surprising that you volunteered to be the seeker. You hated when you were the seeker as a child. Everyone went home leaving you alone. Why play this game again? Luna wants to chase little Xian away, but little Xian is herself. She still has the shadow of being abandoned. In her past life, she was too bad at games, so no one wanted to play with her, mainly because she was an orphan, so others preferred to tease her. Yes, she clearly doesn't like this game. Why did she think of playing hide and seek then? After some internal struggle, Luna still decides to play on. She has a premonition that if she persists, she will see a scene she likes. She doesn't know how to search at first. Just as Luna is sweating profusely, she sees a corner of clothing showing under a tree. Walking closer, she sees it is Adam Yuan. Adam Yuan, seeing the princess found him, exaggerates his flattery. The princess is amazing. Truly a genius to find me so quickly. Luna sees through Adam Yuan's scheme. He just wants to stay with her. Adam Yuan tearfully confesses that if he is away from the princess too long, he might die of longing. Luna scolded him not to do it next time, not following the game rules, but she is still grateful to him. Because having found one person, she won't feel like she is the only one left behind anymore. To prevent Adam Yuan from troubling Pratt, Luna decides to keep him by her side. At this moment, the two discover petals beside a tree. Harolyn under the tree says happily, "The flower crown I prepared for the princess is finally done, worth making it 10 times. But Luna's call startles Harolyn so much, he crunches the crown out of shape. Looking at the twisted crown before him, Harolyn's eyes fill with tears. Luna apologizes sincerely that she didn't mean to. Harolyn gently says it is fine, it's just that his craftsmanship isn't good enough to give a proper gift. Looking at Harolyn with red ears, Luna truly feels this candidate daddy is too cute. Luna is moved and takes the deformed crown. But suddenly Adam Yuan beats her to it. The little schemer is back online, so the princess is having a secret meeting. With the boy? No. With Harolyn? The crown looks so nice. Can you put it on me? Harolyn says with a moved expression, "This crown is so ugly, yet you still like it. You are such a good person." Innocent Harolyn makes Adam Yuan feel a bit guilty. He returns Harolyn's crown to Luna. Looking at Adam Yuan before her, in this warm scene, little Xion comes online again. "I hope you don't have too much expectation for this temporary family." Luna knows herself that being with them is just to survive, but she has invested her emotions. Half an hour later, Adam Yuan successfully dismantles Harolyn's flower crown. Then he complains about Pratt. He is such a maniac, playing hide-and-seek so seriously. At this moment, straight-laced Pratt's thoughts are, he just made a mistake in front of the princess, so this time he must perfectly complete the hide-and-seek mission. To find the stubborn Pratt, Luna and the others decide to split up. But Luna searches for a long time and can't find Pratt anywhere. She calls out loudly but gets no response, so Luna deduces that Pratt is hiding in a place where sound cannot penetrate. While thinking, she suddenly notices a tree shorter than the surrounding grass. A flash of light stings Luna's eyes. When she opens them again, she sees a breathtakingly beautiful scene. Luna stares in wonder at the fairy like young lady before her and blushes. The young lady smiles and asks Luna if she is lost. Luna says she is looking for a handsome man with black hair. The young lady expresses regret that she has not seen this person. Luna can only take her leave, but Luna, dazed by the young lady's beauty, trips over herself when turning to leave. Honestly, this wasn't intentional. The young lady comes over to ask if Luna is okay. Luna says, awkwardly, "It is fine, just scraped my knee a bit." Seeing this, the young lady directly kisses Luna's knee. Just as Luna's heart races, the young lady explains she possesses healing magic. She was being forwarded to heal her. Hearing this, Luna feels something is odd. In Astoria's territory, ordinary children cannot enter this forest. In the original story at this time, Prince Macau Abel Esteban of Rosalia was visiting the imperial city. So this silver-haired young lady before her might be Macau's relative. No wonder she is so beautiful. Luna looks happily at the young lady before her, absolutely delighted. Luna curiously asks the young lady why she is here, and if she is lost. The young lady says she can handle it herself, and tells Luna not to worry. Luna says slyly, "I am a child. I am the best listener." The young lady is successfully drawn in by Luna. She says she hates herself and does not have the ability to love herself, so she does not dare hope for others to love her. Luna exclaims, "That is so foolish. If you do not like yourself, others will not like you either. That saying is too foolish. Hating yourself is because you have not reached your own expected goals. And having expectations for yourself actually means you like yourself very much," Luna advises the young lady. To be more forgiving of herself, Luna's words successfully move the young lady. The young lady asks Luna's name. Luna does not want to deceive her and to avoid the writers creating a tragic identity swap plot. "My name is Luna," she says, avoiding the plots from idol dramas. The young lady says she will forever remember this beautiful young lady before her, and tells her that when you want to find someone you truly love, no matter where they are, even the smallest trace can become a clue to finding that person. As soon as she finishes speaking, she disappears. Only then does Luna realize she did not ask her name. Recalling her appearance, she cannot help but think of Prince Macau. Come to think of it, in the original story, she even dated him. Luna shakes her head. This time, even if it kills her, she cannot get involved with him. This man hiding in the tree hollow is the Empire's most evil slaughterer. Luna, wanting to escape her death fate, is determined to cling tightly to this tyrant's thigh. But the scent of the tree hollow, distant memories flood Pratt's mind. As a child, unable to endure his mother's abuse, the scarred Pratt always liked hiding in wooden cabinets to gain some sense of security. After meeting Athena, His Athena would always precisely find his location. Then she would open the cabinet door and ask him to forget those unhappy memories. Pratt did not understand why Athena could always so accurately find his location. Athena said she saw the sword he carried with him, and also the feeling. When you truly love someone, even the smallest clue can help you find them. Even though the queen said these words, Pratt still doubted whether he hid too well. After all, no one would love him that much, and so much time has passed. But he still hopes Luna can find him, just as Pratt laughs at himself for being too foolish and should not have such delusions. Whoosh! Luna pokes her little head in. Daddy, I found you. Pratt, surprised and delighted, asks, how did you find me? Luna explains that she saw sword marks in the grass and also the feeling. Pratt recalls the queen again. So when you truly love someone, you notice small details. So he really is loved. Luna extends her small hand. Let's go back, Pratt. After coming out, Luna searches for 81 and the other two. Pratt wants Luna to go home and rest, but Luna says she wants to go back with everyone. At this moment, she suddenly discovers a trail of acorns on the ground. Luna follows the acorn trail. At the end, she sees the backs of the other three daddies. Seeing Luna coming, Darren says, I wanted to lead the princess to see this beautiful scenery. Wow, this causes dissatisfaction from the other two. Stop showing off, I found this place. Liar, it was clearly me. Looking at the beautiful scenery before her and feeling the daddy's love, Luna starts crying. This crying makes these daddies panic. What do we do? Princess sweetheart, do not cry. Did Pratt scare you? Luna shakes her head. No. She just says with emotion, thank you, Daddy. Seeing this, the four men start competing to take Luna home. On the other side, the young lady Luna met in the forest returns home and changes into men's clothing, looking incredibly handsome. He tells his subordinate that he discovered something incredibly amazing today. Meanwhile, Muscle Daddy. Harolyn is searching everywhere for flowers, but the florist says the festival is coming up and all the flowers were bought by a handsome, blonde young man. Harolyn immediately knows that man is Adamwan. He asks Adamwan to help him. Adamiwan sighs, how is it that I have no resistance to this fool? Harolyn finally asks for guidance. Adamiwan teaches Harolyn a method. First, learn to solve problems with violence. Tell your subordinates if they cannot buy flowers, come see you with their heads. If that still does not work, take a whip and threaten the flower shop owner. Innocent Harolyn naturally cannot handle this method. He escapes to Darren, wanting to learn magic to conjure flowers. Darren readily agrees. First step is to close your eyes and breathe deeply. Second step is to become one with nature. However, Harold ultimately fails. He begins to doubt himself and cannot help wondering at a time like this if the queen were here. What would she do? Harolyn can't help recalling 20 years ago when he first met the queen. That time, the crying Harolyn met Athena under a tree. Athena asked him why he was crying. Harolyn, because Athena was too beautiful, shyly turned and ran. Athena called him back and asked, You're Craig's son, right? Little Harolyn cried again. Yes, I'm the child of the traitor Craiga family, Athena said. Then you're the genius boy from the rumors. Harolyn shyly lowered his head and answered, You're too kind. Children of the Craiga family are useless no matter how excellent. Athena asked curiously, Not even the night examination grounds where anyone can challenge regardless of status? Harolyn turned to look at Athena. Yes. Then Athena jumped down from the tree with a thud. I'm the witch's daughter, you know. After saying this, Athena pulled Harolyn to the night examination grounds. That was the first time Athena held Harolyn's hand, a girl's hand. Yet, surprisingly, it had many calluses, but it was very warm. Arriving at the examination grounds, Harolyn was stopped, but Athena, very firmly, made them let Harolyn into the grounds. Only then did Harolyn learn that Athena was the Empire's grand princess. After they successfully entered the grounds, Athena told Harolyn not to worry as long as you have ability. The examiners will definitely let you pass, but if you lack ability, there's nothing to be done. Athena poked Harolyn's thin arms and legs and said, This won't do. I like strong people. At this moment, Luna is elegantly drinking her Meng Yuan afternoon tea. According to normal circumstances, she should now search for the lizard skin coat, one of the 4 sacred relics, but she doesn't know how to find it. Oh no! Hearing the princess's cry, Adam Yuan rushes over. What's wrong? That big bad guy Pratt scared you? Don't badmouth others, because walls definitely have ears. Pratt, shut up! Makes the two quickly turn around. Pratt fiercely scolds Adam Yuan. All you do is stick to the princess like glue. Did that last battle not wake you up? Adam Yuan takes the bait. Fine. I want to kill you too! Luna, the peacemaker, quickly runs toward Pratt. Daddy, I missed you so much! But our flat-footed Luna accidentally trips again. Fortunately, Pratt catches her in his arms. Looking at Pratt before her, Luna feels this man is incredibly gentle. It's just that his gentle nature is masked by his rough tone and awkward personality. How fortunate to have met them. Just as Luna's mind wanders, Pratt gently asks her if she needs to see a doctor. Luna shakes her head. This man is overly gentle. She also considerately asks if she's too heavy. Pratt honestly says, yes. Well, gentle my foot. Her judgment was too shallow to be moved by a straight-laced man. Harolyn, running over, sees Pratt holding the princess. He asks Pratt not to bully the princess. Luna jumps down from Pratt and runs, crying into Harolyn's arms. Wah! Pratt said, I'm heavy! Harolyn hugs Luna. The princess is light as a feather. I can lift her with just one hand. Darren on the side mocks. How interesting. He leaps down from the tree. Baby wants a hug too. Wow. One by one, Harolyn is so handsome. Just as Luna becomes starry-eyed, Adam Yuan says provocatively, can Harolyn lift me with one hand? Harolyn looks, I'll try. On the side, Pratt with empty arms, hearing Luna praise Harolyn, is quite jealous. Harolyn is clearly lying. She's obviously heavy. You can't lie to the princess. At this moment, Lucien walks over. Everyone's here. Breaking news is trending. Turns out Duke Fabian's heir, only 12 years old, defeated all the S-class knights. This is another genius after Pratt. So Lucien's purpose for coming today is to decide which knight order this genius will join. Actually, anywhere is fine. They just want to arrange a love interest for poor little Luna. At this moment, Luna, who read the original story, follows the plot to the forest. Just then, she hears a low growl. Luna follows the sound to find the young knight. He sits under a tree like an injured beast. Seeing Luna approach him, he curses angrily. Get lost, shorty. But Luna rushes to his side and tells him to show her his injured arm. If you don't release the energy, the dark power will attack your own body. Fabian is shocked. How do you know? Luna says, dealing with that tree is the priority now. I'll explain later. After Fabian refuses, Luna, having pinpointed Fabian's childhood trauma, grabs his hand. If you don't attack now, I'll get hurt. Afraid of accidentally hurting someone again, Fabian releases his energy. Bang! Professional follower Luna once again falls into the handsome guy's arms. Sorry, I didn't steady myself. In the handsome guy's arms, Luna curiously looks at the black dragon tattoo on Fabian's body. Those who have this tattoo receive the dragon's blessing, so they can use black flames. She stays in his arms and says, black flames are powerful. You need to release them regularly, or you'll be consumed. Fabian blushes and says, don't talk about these things in such an embarrassing position. He questions how Luna knows all this. Luna panics under his stare. I read it in books. I love reading. Fabian tells Luna not to meddle, but Luna says she doesn't want him to get hurt. Fabian says he stopped caring long ago. After losing control of his power and hurting his friends, Fabian never dared to release his energy. In front of others again, Luna says, use your power in front of me. I will be fine, besides tripping a lot. I can handle anything else. Luna confidently swears she absolutely won't get hurt. Fabian is touched. Why does everyone fear me except you? The romantic lines from the original story appear. Luna, who wanted to avoid the romance plot, looks at the pitiful face before her. Mainly, he is handsome. Luna can't help but comfort him. Hi, yeah, I'm a monster too, so it doesn't matter if you're one. Fabian says dominantly. Tell me your name. While Luna is having a romantic moment with Fabian, the 4 oblivious dad candidates are frantically competing for Fabian. After all, this child is too outstanding. As everyone argues, the boy who stole their precious girl walks toward the dads holding Luna's hand. Seeing this, the dads instantly unite. This annoying brat, even dogs would shake their heads. They definitely don't want him. So they unanimously agree to let Harolyn be the teacher, just as Luna cheers that Harolyn is the most handsome. Fabian glares furiously at Harolyn. Harolyn says modestly that Pratt is more impressive. After all, he could defeat S-class knights at age 10. This makes Luna curious about Pratt's past. In the novel, Pratt was the son of the Tyrant Deimos. After Athena killed Deimos, Pratt became Athena's knight. Doesn't Pratt hate Athena? Harolyn says he is not very sure either. When he first met Pratt, it was in the Imperial Forest. Pratt was sitting injured under a tree. The moment Pratt saw Harolyn, he grabbed him and threatened, if you dare make a sound, I will kill you. While Pratt was covering Harolyn's mouth, a voice suddenly came from outside. No matter how you hide, it is useless. I have all the time to discipline you. After the person left, Harolyn forcibly applied herbs to Pratt's injured foot. Pratt asks if Harolyn is an apprentice knight. After Harolyn answers yes, Pratt scans him up and down. To become a knight, you need to build your body. So frail like this, how can you even lift a sword? Harolyn says this is the second time he has heard this. A girl told him this before, but he can never see her again. She was expelled from the palace by the emperor for helping him enter the knight exam. He doesn't know where the princess went, but he's determined to become strong. When he meets the princess again, he can protect her like she protected him. Pratt mocks Harolyn. Are you in love? The shy Harolyn asks back. Don't you have someone you like? Pratt answers, not now, not ever. This answer, as if from the depths of darkness, shocks Harolyn. What has this person been through? Just as he is about to ask, his teammates arriving from afar interrupt him. Seeing this, Pratt gets up and leaves directly. Before leaving, he tells Harlan to train twice as hard. After all, success is 3 parts talent, 7 parts effort. Then Pratt adds, "But I am a genius. I don't know what lacking talent feels like. I can't relate too much." Just as Harlan prepares to call out Pratt walks over, showing off. "I didn't expect you to be such a blabbermouth." Seeing Pratt with a storm cloud over his head, Luna throws herself at him again. "I'm sorry." Luna asks things she shouldn't have. Seeing Luna throw herself at him, Pratt swoops down and catches Luna with one hand. Not very difficult. Harlan nearby also sincerely apologizes to Pratt. "I'm sorry, I meant no harm." Pratt's bad habit of drawing his sword at the slightest disagreement resurfaces. "Draw your sword. Let's have a match." "Well, what to do? Might as well humor him," Harlan says helplessly. "As you wish." Watching the two confronting each other, Luna on the side has tears streaming down. Oh no, how did it turn out like this? The two fight like they are playing, chatting, while fighting. Pratt asks Harlan, "The princess keeps saying bad words." "What kind of spell is that?" Harlan says. "Maybe it is a prayer spell for us." All right, done chatting. Let's continue fighting." Pratt thrusts his sword, asking Harlan, "Why don't you defend yourself?" Harlan thrusts back, saying, "Whatever the reason, hurting you was wrong of me." Pratt says Harlan's arrogance is really unlikable. Harlan sighs helplessly. He has practiced swordsmanship so long and is skilled with the sword, but never understood people's hearts. Pratt patiently advises, "Whatever the reason, you need to learn to express yourself." However, the sympathy revealed in Harlan's eyes at this moment suddenly provokes Pratt. He tells Harlan, "I hate your pitying look. It makes me feel like you're looking down on me in some ways. What is worse is you haven't even noticed this fact." Harlan says earnestly, "I was wrong. I will work hard to change. Although I lack talent, you told me I can achieve anything through effort. I'm very happy to have sparred with Lord Pratt today. We can continue next time." After the two cease fighting, Pruitt looks toward Fabian on the tree branch. "Don't need to peek. This match was to show you how knights spar. Only then does Luna understand the two weren't really fighting." Harlan says it's thanks to the princess casting the buff magic spell. Pratt gets angry again. "The princess's buff was clearly meant for me." Fabian is unhappy. "Why only say it to them and not to me? Oh heavens, can we not have these silly dad candidates? And silly couples?" The mighty Pratt declares dominantly, "I can also lift her with one hand. Persistence always pays off." Harlan responds, "Yes, the princess is so small, anyone can lift her. Everyone's strength differs." Lord Pratt doesn't need to feel embarrassed about his lacking arm strength. Such a clueless guy can't be a friend. Pratt gets angry again. "Draw your sword." Harlan still says obliviously that he's worried Pratt's arm strength isn't enough and doesn't want to burden him. Looking at these fools before her, Luna feels it's not so bad. That night, Pratt dreams again, dreaming of the scene when he first met the princess. That day, Athena gently asked Pratt if he wanted to hold the princess. Pratt carefully took the princess in his arms. Looking at the tiny and delicate princess, Pratt instantly felt the baby in his hands was much heavier than he imagined. Athena asked Pratt to name the little princess. Pratt blurted out Artemis, because Artemis means moonlight spirit. While Pratt's heart and eyes are full of Luna, the Imperial Regent is also dreaming of being Luna's father. His subordinate says, "They've captured all the lizards in Amazonia. The lizard skin coat must be among them." The Imperial Regent says happily, "The money wasn't spent in vain. This will definitely succeed." At this moment, the 3 dads except Pratt are in the small royal conference room, staring intently at Emo holding Luna. Adam Yuan listens with murderous intent, as Luna praises how handsome Emo is and wants to recognize Emo as her brother. He smears Emo, saying, "The little kitty is actually pretending to be young. He's almost 30. Luna laughs. "So Emo's nickname is Little Kitty? Is it because his eyes turn cat, like when he fights?" Fabian wonders why Pratt, who called them to find the 4 sacred relics, isn't here himself. But actually, even if Pratt came, it wouldn't help. After all, he doesn't know how to find the relics either. However, Luna knows for certain the lizard skin coat absolutely isn't lizard skin. It's a sacred relic after all. She suggests they don't necessarily have to search by the name. Pratt also has a famous nickname, Lizard. Adam Yuan's mind races. If we skin Pratt, would that be the lizard skin coat? As expected, Adam Yuan's brain only works at full speed. When tormenting Pratt, tap, tap, tap. At this moment, Pratt is walking over, step by step, but whoosh, he sees a rope flying toward him. The moment Pratt sees the rope, he instantly understands it must be that little rascal Adam Yuan. He slashes and cuts the rope. Seeing their plan fail, Adam Yuan and Duran discuss their next method to deal with him right in front of Pratt. Pratt is speechless. If not for the princess, I would have slashed you all already. Clang clang! Emo attacks Pratt for the princess. I'm willing to risk my life. Pratt radiates murderous intent. How are these people like lunatics, fighting the moment they meet? However, at this moment, Harolyn restrains Pratt from behind. Unbelievable! After Harolyn grabs Pratt, Duran uses magic to blindfold Pratt's eyes. Then they plot to strip Pratt's lizard skin. Pratt really wants to swing his sword and finish off these troublemakers, but he's afraid of hurting the princess, so he can only endure silently. But what about his image in front of the princess if they strip him? At this moment, Luhan comes looking. Pratt shouts, "Prime Minister, come quick!" However, the moment Luhan opens the door, he sees everyone stripping Pratt's clothes in a spectacular scene. "Excuse me, please continue." Haha. Pratt changes into Luhan's clothes and says pitifully, "If you wanted my clothes, you could have just asked." Duran calls him out. "Stop pretending. If you were serious, no one could beat you." Yes, Pratt knows everyone is joking. Though they're annoying, Pratt firmly believes they won't harm the princess. Luna acts cute toward Pratt. Let's check now. If Pratt's clothes are the lizard skin coat, Luna feels around but doesn't find anything special about the clothes. Seeing Luna methodically searching, Pratt feels Luna is such a careful daughter. If his daughter is happy, he can forgive being teased today. But at this moment, Adam Yuan plays another trick. "Let me check too, right?" Adam Yuan tears Pratt's clothes. "Oops, so sorry. I tore it. This two-faced snake is too hateful. Unforgivable." After the chaos ends, Harolyn also falls into a dream. King Demos, who came from the Knight's Order, ordered the massacre of citizens. The moment he took power, kind-hearted Harolyn couldn't bear children being slaughtered. He drew his sword and defied his fellow knights. "If you want to kill these children, defeat me, Harolyn, first." The knight leader nearby smiled instead of getting angry. "Harolyn, don't play hero. If there is extra food, hurry and take it to those little ones." It turned out the knight leader also despised Demos's cruelty. He felt true knights should protect those who truly need protecting. Like Harolyn, the Knight's Order told Harolyn, "Save the surviving residents. Kill Demos's remnants if you meet them. This task is entrusted to you." Harolyn understood. He now carried more than just his own life. He swore no matter what happened, he would protect his commanders' and comrades' safety. However, this uprising ultimately ended in failure. Harolyn's entire squad was dragged to the execution ground and sentenced to death. He blamed himself for dragging everyone down, but his commander comforted him. "Don't blame yourself. You did nothing wrong. Those who stayed to protect the residents were all volunteers." This was the first time Harolyn felt staying in the Knight's Order was a blessed thing. Just as Harolyn walked toward the execution ground, he heard the voice of Athena, whom he had longed for. Liu Jin also used magic to save Harolyn. He told everyone, "From now on, this country will be ruled by Athena." Harolyn wakes from his dream. He thinks perhaps it is because the princess possesses mana that can trigger others' powerful memories, which is why he keeps dreaming of Athena. Knock, knock, knock. Harolyn opens the door. "Why would you come to my room so late?" While Luna is frantically searching for clues about the skin coat, her door is also knocked. She thinks it is Amo coming to persuade her to rest again. She opens the door, saying, "Luna is very busy right now. Please don't come for now." However, the moment she opens the door, she sees Harolyn, so Amo brought Harolyn as reinforcement. Harolyn invites the princess to spare him some time. He then brings Luna to the night market. Harolyn puts a golden wig on Luna. He praises how her country girl disguise is as cute and charming as a doll, but Luna does not buy it. "Tell me quickly, why disguise as commoners to come to the night market?" Harolyn kneels on one knee. "Would I have the honor of being the princess's guard tonight? During this time, I only focused on the relics and missed many beautiful things around me. Right now, I just want to stay by the princess's side." Soon after, Harolyn changes his mind. "It is late. Let us go back. If the other dads find out, we will definitely get scolded." Luna tightly holds Harolyn's hand. "Don't worry, Luna will protect you." Walking forward, Luna sees something strange. Harolyn explains, "This is the execution platform. Those who resisted Demos went up there. I went up too, but the queen saved me." Harolyn's gaze looks toward the distant horizon for a moment. Then he tells Luna affectionately, "Right now, the person I most want to protect is you." Luna looks at Harolyn, hiding her sadness with a smile, feeling sorrowful. Just then, someone nearby shouts, "Bring your daughter to watch the Magic Golem Challenge." Harolyn is moved to tears by the word daughter. He walks forward and sees the vendor saying, "Whoever topples the magic golem will win the precious magic flower." Singing Floros, Luna is speechless. Keeping something that looks like this at home would give nightmares. But Harolyn recalls his pathetic flower giving scenes from before. He decides to win this precious flower for Luna. "I will challenge the magic golem!" People below whisper, "Is he crazy? How could he possibly win?" Harolyn takes off his coat and hands it to Luna. After getting on stage, the vendor explains what to do, but Harolyn only asks curiously, "I just need to topple it, right?" The magic golem attacks Harolyn. Harolyn goes crack and crushes the golem to pieces. Luna, who received the magic flower, likes it more and more. Just as she is thanking Harolyn, she sees a pair of dirty siblings. Upon learning the siblings are orphans and their mother is sick, Luna feels sad, thinking this flower is so expensive. If she gives it to them to sell, they should be able to hire a good doctor. Harolyn knows. Luna wants to give the flower to the siblings. He says, I am fine with it if the princess thinks it is right. Then do it. Luna is deeply moved by this silly dad giving it up so easily. What a fool. After giving away the magic flower, Luna walks leisurely on the street with Harolyn. At this moment, a fierce shout comes from behind. Don't think you can leave. The vendor from before threatens Harolyn. Hand over Floros. In the black market, you must follow black market rules. Harolyn shields Luna. Floros is not in my hands. The vendor does not care. His henchmen swarm forward. Seeing this, Harolyn can only use force as well. Harolyn says kindly, this will hurt. I suggest you surrender. But the vendor is relentless. Harolyn has no choice but to educate them about the law. While fighting, according to Article N+1 of the law, assaulting people is illegal. According to the law, you will face trial. After easily dealing with the thugs, oh my, Luna squeals. Harolyn is so handsome. Pratt looks at him with disdain. Are you blind? While they are talking, many petals drift through the air. Pratt picks up a petal and recognizes it. These are Cinia petals. Their meaning is, wishes unfulfilled in this life. May they be fulfilled in the next. At the Grand Cathedral at dawn, Pratt pushes open the door. He sees Adamewang has already arrived at the Queen's tomb before him. Adamewang quietly mocks that Pratt is a cunning fox. He says Pratt came at dawn just like him to be alone with the Queen. Pratt gently places flowers before Athena's tomb. He does this without saying a word. Seeing this, Idomeneus complains before the Queen's tomb that Pratt gave him a nickname. He calls him Pretty Boy. Pratt also complains back that Adamewang likes to call him a scoundrel. Adamewang is somewhat surprised that Pratt would actually go along with his fox joke. Sure enough, in front of the Queen, even the fearsome Pratt becomes gentle. After the two walk out of the cathedral, they exchange barbs. They hope this is the last time they meet. But walking out of the cathedral, they see Darren, Harolyn, and Liu Zhen all standing at the door holding flowers. It turns out everyone wanted to meet the Queen in a quiet place. Seeing all four gathered, Liu Zhen, feeling like an outsider, tosses the flowers to Pratt and asks him to pass them on. Then he turns and leaves. Pratt looks down at the bouquet and finds vacation passes Liu Zhen gave them inside. On the back of the card is the place where the Queen lived as a child. Liu Gen wants them to vacation there. The moment Liu Gen turns after tossing the flowers, he coughs up blood. That symptom appears again. This blood cannot even be washed away with magic. When everyone asks what is wrong, Liu Gen just waves his hand lightly. He says he is fine. Pratt feels Liu Gen's movements are strange. Oblivious, Luna wakes up to find she has been kidnapped. Just as she is worrying, she discovers her kidnappers are the four handsome dads. Luna, carefree, eats the delicious food Pratt made. After eating, Luna is full of questions. Why kidnap her? Pratt asks her, did not Prime Minister Liu Gen tell you? He said you approved. Only then does Luna hazily remember Idomeneus and Liu Gen discussing something while she was sleeping. Yesterday they said they cannot do it without the princess' permission, but Liu Gen said he already obtained written approval. Luna eats breakfast indignantly, recalling when she was swamped with work, and Liu Gen handed her a document to stamp. That sneaky Liu General the dads explained to Luna that this is a vacation and memorial trip. They came to the Queen's childhood home. Only then does Luna realize she has arrived at the part of the original plot. It is about finding the dragon crystal. After the meal, Darren acts according to the diary and walks in his adult form. Luna knows Darren is going to a place that will remind him of painful memories. She follows Darren to that mysterious place. Just then, Luna hears a strange sound. She turns and sees a giant monster. Just as it is about to harm Luna, Darren appears and saves her. He asks if she is hurt. Luna apologizes for following him, but Darren does not blame her. He says children being curious is normal. However, this proves his mind is truly disturbed. Otherwise, how could he not hear his own daughter's footsteps? Darren leads Luna into a cave and tells her to stay close. Just as Luna sees the passage, Darren scoops up Luna, then climbs up the ladder. After reaching their destination, Darren tells Luna to wait there. He needs to find something. Luna senses Darren is reluctant to bring her here, afraid she will encounter danger. Luna suddenly sees something glowing. She reaches out and tells Darren there is something strange. Darren shouts, "Luna, do not touch it! It is dangerous!" But it is too late. The moment Luna touches the crystal ball, she is controlled by the red crystal. Darren runs over and holds Luna. Looking at the sleeping Luna in his arms, Darren comforts her softly. He says, "Do not be afraid. This child will not hurt you." When Luna wakes again, she sees herself holding a red crystal. But why does she feel heat? Luna bolts upright and discovers she is on Darren's dragon back. She is afraid of heights! Darren thinks Luna is screaming happily. He tells Luna what she is holding is a dragon egg. The place they just went was where humans captured dragons for experiments hundreds of years ago. Besides himself with healing abilities, only the Crimson Dragon with resurrection properties survived. He sealed himself in an egg, waiting to resurrect. Seeing Luna's sympathetic face, Darren says, "Do not look at me like that." He says it is all in the past. After landing, Darren worries Luna will have nightmares, so he gives her the purifying earring. Luna says hesitantly, "This is your most precious thing." Darren says, "You misunderstood. You are my most precious." Then Darren also gives the dragon egg to Luna, because this egg's crimson magic will improve the mood at this moment. Adam, Yuan, and Pratt strode over asking what they are doing. Luna worries. If they know she and Darren went out and got hurt, they will fight, but this worry is unnecessary. After all, everyone is not very bright. They just think Darren is giving her gifts to please Luna. Seeing everyone is gathered, Harlan calls everyone to eat. Luna runs over excitedly. Dads who can cook are the best. In the original story, Harlan was the cook for the knights. Then she hears Harlan say he made the food with nearby centipedes and scorpions. Oh, though it tastes fine, the ingredients are so gross. Better play dead this time. In the evening, Luna holds the little dragon egg Darren gave her, thinking that Darren actually gave her the earring that carries all his and Athena's power. Darren lost most of his magic due to the etiquette incident. Not using the earring consumes double the magic, but even so, Darren gave her the earring without hesitation. Luna in bed, perhaps because of the dragon egg's magic, slowly falls asleep. In Luna's dream, Darren and Athena appear. At that time, Athena was being chased by a wolf. Just as she thought she would die, Darren's appearance saved Athena. The Darren before Athena was bound in chains all over, covered in scars, walking barefoot in the snow in the dead of winter. Athena's instant thought was, "Isn't he cold?" But after saving Athena, Darren turned and left. Athena ran with difficulty on her little legs, but Darren never once looked back at her. Even so, Athena didn't want to let him go. She followed Darren to the dragon cave. Just as she thought the man had disappeared, she found a passage. She carefully climbed the ladder, but still accidentally slipped. Oh no! Just as she thought she would fall, Darren caught her. "Didn't I tell you to go back? I didn't expect you would follow into such a strange place." Athena said she didn't want to go back. No one wants her to go back anyway. Darren looks at Athena puzzled. Then he suddenly notices Athena's hair is silver. Athena says with low self-esteem that many people say this hair color is cursed. Darren says, "Silver hair is proof of possessing powerful white magic. They only say that because they think your magic power is too strong. This hair color is actually proof you are stronger than other children." This was the first time Athena heard anyone say such things to her. She hugged Darren and cried. That was the first time Athena cried out loud. Darren said, "If only I had known earlier that crying children need to be held." But Athena at that time didn't understand what he meant. Luna slowly opens her eyes. She thinks perhaps it is because the earring carries magical power that she had such a dream. But thinking about what Darren went through, Luna feels sad. Whoa. Luna suddenly hears strange sounds from under the blanket. She lifts the blanket and discovers a red dragon. Ah! Hearing Luna's screams, the four dads rush over frantically and see the shocking scene before them. Adam Yuan sees it occupying the princess's lap and instantly quits. Darren explains that what he gave Luna yesterday wasn't a crystal, but an egg. He just didn't expect it could hatch so quickly. Adam Yuan ties up Darren. "Since you are trying to please the princess with a cute little monster, I will give her a precious white dragon." Everyone looks at the little creature and suddenly realizes it looks very much like a dragon. Darren says this is a crimson dragon. Pratt calls out, "Darren, stop joking around." After all, aside from Darren, all other dragons went extinct hundreds of years ago. Darren says helplessly, "This is a dragon with resurrection abilities. It was sealed away until now." Grumble, grumble. Luna is hungry. The dads quickly rush to feed her, but the little dragon sees the food and pounces on it. Pratt glares sharply at the dragon, stealing the princess's food. Luna quickly comforts the little dragon, saying Pratt only looks fierce. Pratt asks Darren what dragon hatchlings eat. Darren says they need nutrient-rich meat. Hearing this, Pratt hands his own food to the little dragon. Florine is deeply moved. Pratt is so noble, sacrificing his own meal to feed the dragon hatchling. "In that case, I will go make some spider skewers." Hearing this, the dads scatter in all directions. "No thanks, you enjoy that yourself." After eating their fill, Darren decides to release it into the wild, to grow on its own. But before that, he needs to train its flying ability, and the method is to throw it off a cliff. But Luna refuses this idea. She takes the little dragon outside and waves her arms around, teaching it how to fly. However, the little dragon stares at her with a look that says she is an idiot. Just as Luna is completely confused about what to do, the little dragon is lured away by a butterfly. The little dragon flies out of the barrier. Before leaving for work, the dad specifically said not to go outside the barrier. But for the little dragon's sake, Luna grits her teeth and runs out to search for it. Luna follows the dragon's footprints all the way. At the end of the trail, Luna sees a group of children bullying the little dragon. She steps forward to stop them, saying it's her pet and hoping they'll leave it alone. The children look curiously at Luna's silver hair. Could this be Princess Luna? Just as Luna worries her identity is exposed, another child denies it. Impossible! How could the princess have chubby legs? How dare they? She's just a bit plump. The children find Luna's angry expression adorable and get the idea to make her cry. At this moment, Pratt in the distance suddenly has an ominous feeling. The children throw the little dragon into the frozen lake right in front of Luna. Seeing this, Luna rushes onto the lake's surface without hesitation, reaching out with a branch to fish out the little dragon. She tells it that no matter what happens, she will never abandon it. At this moment, the ice surface suddenly cracks. Splash! Luna falls into the lake. Just as Luna thinks she's surely going to die, she sees a red-haired boy jump into the water, but after that, she passes out from holding her breath too long. She dreams again. In the dream, Athena runs to find Darren. She keeps calling out to him, but Darren doesn't want to deal with her. At this moment, Athena encounters a dangerous pack of wolves. At the critical moment, Darren appears and saves Athena. He feels somewhat helpless. What a troublesome child. Athena grabs onto Darren tightly, happily saying she finally found him. Only then does Darren realize the wolf was fake. Athena says she had no choice, otherwise he would keep avoiding her. Darren shakes off Athena. He warns her not to come to this forest anymore. Athena says she just couldn't think of any other way. She pitifully begs Darren to forgive her, but Darren only leaves her with his back turned. With a thud, Athena falls to the ground. Only then does Darren notice she's injured. He picks up the little girl, gently sets her on a stool, and carefully bandages her wounds. Athena says this is the first time anyone has cared for her like this. She gives Darren the grilled fish, but Darren says it's meaningless because he won't die even if he doesn't eat. Athena doesn't care. She stuffs the fish directly into Darren's mouth. How is it meaningless? You won't die if you don't eat, but it tastes good, doesn't it? That's very meaningful. Darren is silent for a moment, then asks her why she keeps coming to such a dangerous place. Athena says Darren keeps asking her questions. That's not fair, so they should play a question exchange game. But Darren refuses. Athena insists shamelessly that instead of being bothered by her constantly, it's better to end this through a few conversations. Then she starts asking on her own, "Why are you chained up? What is this place? Who are you?" Darren says he once met a child with the same hair. "You're a liar! You're no orphan!" The cruel words sting as she clutches her parents' last memento. Towered over and mocked, she lunges for the photo. Then, the bully loses his footing and slips. The precious memory slips away forever. Despite her perfect recall, those beloved faces begin to fade into shadows. That day, a hard truth took root. If it's precious, protect it yourself. Luna whispers, her voice trembling. "You don't get it, Pratt. Without me, that dragon would be gone." Luna's scream echoes with raw desperation. "I was the only one," she bolts, driven by a ghost of a memory and a frantic heartbeat. An invisible force pulls her away. Florine moves to follow, but a firm hand stops her cold. Adamiwan shakes his head. "Let her breathe," he advises. "She needs to find her own peace right now." Florine blinks, startled. Adamiwan reveals his findings. Those bratty kids belong to a local baron's household. They've been playing king in this village. Pratt cracks his whip with a cold smirk. "I have ways. No need for details. Those punks won't dare step foot on imperial soil ever again, will they?" Florine searches his eyes. Pratt nods, though his heart aches to chase after the runaway princess. She acts grown, but she's bleeding inside. Luna isn't the type to beg for a helping hand. Reckless or not, she saw something worth saving. Silence falls over the two men as the weight sinks in. They finally saw the real Luna. Meanwhile, the princess frantically hunts for her tiny dragon companion. She needs proof it's safe. "Not again," she whispers, scouring every corner with panicked eyes. A tail flickers behind the curtain. She lunges, scooping the creature up. "Do you have any idea how worried I was? Running off like that is suicide." Suddenly, Luna freezes. These words, they sound exactly like Pratt's lecture. The irony hits her like a truck. "Have you finally cooled off?" A voice cuts through her thoughts. Darren perches gracefully on the ledge. Luna stares, shocked. "Wait, why aren't you yelling at me?" Darren smiles. "If you've learned your lesson, what's there to be mad about?" Luna's eyes instantly shimmer. "Yes, I'm making this right." She dashes off. She finally gets it. She doesn't have to carry the world alone. Help is everywhere. Luna reaches Pratt's room, but seeing him makes her old stubbornness flare up again. How can he just sit there reading so calmly? Then, her eyes lock onto the book's title. Luna's jaw drops. No way. Hearing a rustle, Pratt looks up as Luna peeks in with a bashful giggle. Their eyes meet, both shimmering with unshed tears. Words fail her as she stands there, frozen in awkwardness. Roar! The dragonette lunges with a tiny fireball. Whoosh! Pratt catches the little menace mid-air with one hand. Luna blinks. Is it trying to protect her? Does the dragon think Pratt is the villain here? The dragon starts a weird victory dance. I think that means it likes you? Luna offers lamely. This thing is a total menace, Pratt grumbles. Luna's face burns with second-hand embarrassment at the dragon's antics. Pratt clears his throat, hesitating. Luna, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were carrying so much weight. No wonder you try to handle everything alone. Luna's heart melts. Why is he apologizing to her? She's about to cry when Pratt adds, according to this book, kids are basically monkeys if unsupervised. So, it's my fault for losing track of you. Luna's emotional moment dies instantly. Are you serious? Mood. Ruined, but then Pratt nervously presents a small box. Here, I picked this up for you. Confusion turns to warmth. Safe in bed, she smiles. This clueless dork actually bought her a present? Knowing him, it's probably a cursed blade or a spiked mace, right? She pops the lid and gasps. Inside, sit the most breathtaking little shoes she's ever laid eyes on. Big moves from Pratt, but why are they so blinding? And what's with the AAA label? Luna chuckles at the over-the-top gift until sleep claims her. Soon, her dreams fill with Darren and Athena. A dragon raising a human? Impossible. Darren's choice sparked a war of words with his entire clan. The price of fatherhood? Exile. He had to vow to never darken the dragon's lair again. A soul contract. Break it, and you die. Horrified, the young boy tries to pull his hand away, but Darren grips him tight. For hundreds of years, he chose the boy over his own kind. To a dragon, centuries are but a blink, especially when spent with that one special boy. Darren's frozen existence finally pulsed with life. He gazes at the boy, offering to grant him a real name. Shying away, the boy whispers, "Just call me child or human, if a name is too much trouble." Just like you do now. When asked about his past, the kid admits he despises his original name. Darren notices the boy's starlit eyes. From now on, he declares, "You shall be called Astoria." It means spirit in the constellations. Darren feels lost. He's no human, let alone a father figure. He mentors the boy in magic. Years blur together, passing both painfully slow and lightning fast. Now, matching Darren's height, Astoria finds himself increasingly drawn to the forbidden allure of the human realm. Tori falls for a girl, but her mother strictly forbids their blossoming, star-crossed romance. Surrounded by monsters, Darren knows he must vanish. He uses every means to push Tori far away. Scarred by past loss, Tori fears abandonment. Darren's pleas only spark bitter, empty arguments between them. Ultimately, Darren severs ties in the worst way possible. As Tori vanishes, Darren's world turns to ice. Tori builds a family, becoming a father. Seeing him thrive, Darren finally ends his silent vigil. He disappears entirely, forgetting one thing: a dragon's world is simple, but humanity is a web of lies. Wielding dragon strength and human wit, Tori is a god among men. Naturally, the greedy plot to exploit him. They stole his family to break him. While Darren's world stood still, Tori's entire life was burned to ashes. Darren uncovers this tragedy by reading Tori's lifeless corpse. He wonders if things could have been different. If only he'd known. Because when that broken child returned for help, Darren still rejected him. He cruelly called Tori a mere plaything. Devastated, Tori spirals into darkness as a knight speaks up. "Monsters only kill or toy with us. I thought Darren was different." Fueled by rage, Tori leaves. Darren lost his shot at redemption. From that day, Tori became a shell of himself on the battlefield. As his strength surged, so did the vultures. He blamed his own weakness for losing his family. To avenge his lost wife and child, he'd trade his very soul for absolute power. He slaughtered beasts and married a princess, only to be betrayed by her secret infidelity. Even his son felt nothing for him. Cloaked in solitude, he crowned himself the first king of Astoria. God-tier power only brought deeper loneliness. He hungered for even more, desperate for true loyalty. He waged war on monsters, targeting the ultimate threat: dragons. His council questioned his motives. Why spare the dragons? Astoria wavered, then cold-bloodedly ordered their total extermination. Darren's kin were butchered or caged for science. Bound by his oath, he couldn't act. He couldn't save them. Darren accepted his fate, ready to die by the hands of his son. Dragged before Tori, Darren launches a desperate strike. Tears streaming, he finally breaks. "I should have died with them!" Darren screams. Tori, absorbing the blows, remains unfazed. "You've changed," Tori whispers. "If I'd just left with my family, I wouldn't be this monster. I could have been happy." Tori stares at Darren. "Before my humanity died, I looked for you. I shouldn't have come back. You should have just let me rot or die." He spits bitterly. "I never should have reached for your hand. I didn't know you only wept for monsters. I wouldn't have craved your love." Ultimately, Tori imprisons Darren in a cold, dark laboratory. He forces a vow. Only a human's death can break these chains. Anyone else who tries dies instantly. Darren is baffled by the oath, yet he accepts the heavy burden of the curse. That's enough for today, Darren tells Athena. She clutches his sleeve, eyes filled with unspoken questions. He gently pats her head, brushing away her worry. Every choice I made led me here. No regrets. I met you, didn't I? Meanwhile, Luna jolts awake, her cheeks drenched in tears. She sobs uncontrollably. Ignorance would have been bliss. As grief consumes her, a roar echoes. A tiny dragon licks her hand. You're kin too, aren't you? She whispers, hugging it tight. At dawn, the handsome dads enter with dazzling smiles to greet their precious Luna. Luna struts in, rocking Pratt's gift shoes. Everyone's jaw literally drops in awe. Luna's shoes chirp with every step. Pratt reveals their anti-loss trackers he snagged from a local market. They glow and beep when worn. After an hour of silence, they blast a pre-recorded emergency message. The recording begs for her parents, leaving Clarine and Adami Wan deeply moved by the sentiment. Pratt finally did something right. Adami cheers, suggesting matching gear. Luna seethes with pure jealousy. I'm so envious, I can't stand it, she fumed. Darren arrives, asking if they even noticed Luna's discomfort. Darren offers Luna wildflowers. Recalling his tragic past, Luna walks toward him and embraces him tightly. Thank you, Dad. Thanks for waiting so long just to find me, she says earnestly. Darren whispers his thanks, but the other three fathers are absolutely fuming with envy at the sight. Darren is instantly bruised. Clueless and confused, he's silenced by the others' jealous roars and shouts. Getting the princess's morning affection first? They won't let him utter a single word of complaint. Pratt holds a meeting about teaching the dragon to fly, slamming a mystery box onto the table. He claims he can lecture the dragon into flight. Adam Yuan immediately vetoes that ridiculous idea. I'm taking the princess, we're training this lizard together. Lorraine also has her own ideas. They try everything in the snow, but nothing works. Is this dragon just born stupid? Darren is baffled. Did Resurrection nerf this crimson dragon's already limited brain cells even further? Still, Darren believes that with enough grind, even a total idiot should eventually take flight. Days pass, proving him wrong. Despite relentless training, the hatchling remains completely grounded and fail. Even patient Darren snaps. You're truly hopeless. Finally, they try studying Pratt's theoretical books. The study session fails. But despite no results, the time spent together wasn't entirely meaningless. Everyone treasures these moments. That evening, Luna cradles the dragon hatchling and asks a quiet question. Are you refusing to fly because you don't want to leave my side? She whispers softly. Luna falls asleep holding the creature. Suddenly, that haunting, long-lost dream returns to her mind. Athena points to falling cherry blossoms. Are these flowers like snow, Darren? She asks happily. They're thick as the blizzard when they met. Athena prefers petals because they never truly vanish. Reaching for nothingness is heartbreaking, she sighs. Darren envies her wonder at such small things. After 5 centuries of torment, his curiosity about the world had withered away long ago. Athena stops coming. Darren tells himself it's better. Humans and monsters only lead to ruin. Yet, Darren still waits under that tree every day for a girl who might never return. Watching a snowflake melt, he thinks of her. If only the snow wouldn't disappear, he whispers. Caught you, Athena's voice rings out. So you say silly things just like I do. He spins around, heart-stopping. Long time no see, she beams. He's sure it's a mirage. He touches her face. The warmth is real. Crouching down, he asks why she finally returned. Human and beast ties end in ruin. Athena counters. Then why are you waiting here for me? Darren is speechless. Why was he waiting? Athena explains she's been locked away until now. She's being sent away forever. Today's her final day, so she escaped to say goodbye. Darren notices her injured ankle. You listen to my stories, but never talk about yourself. Athena didn't want him to worry. The maidservants have been cruel, bullying her relentlessly every day. They relish in her pain, but she uses magic to hide the wounds from everyone else. The king's envoy is clueless. She felt cared for only when her wounds were being treated. That kindness is over. Once she leaves, she'll be alone with no one to care for her. No more tricks. No more secrets. The one person who worried is about to vanish forever. No more herbs for her ankle. No more watching the petals fall together in total peace. That won't happen, Darren growls. He remembers the lab, the chains, and refusing to kill Tori. After Tori's death, Darren was exposed. Humans tried to kill him, but he simply wouldn't die. His healing powers became a curse, forcing him to survive an eternity of unspeakable agony. He was on the verge of shattering. A dark voice hissed in his ear. Why keep struggling? What is the point of this endless pain? No matter how much you endure, your only reward is agony. Just slaughter every human who ever mocked or scarred you. The internal demon was now more agonizing than the physical torture. In that moment of despair, Darren forged a sacred pact with himself. If he ever took a human life, he would perish instantly. He refused to destroy the world that child had once fought to protect. Eventually, even his executioners gave up. But as the eons passed in that cold laboratory, a terrifying darkness festered deep within his soul. He lived in constant fear of losing control and massacring everyone. After hundreds of years, the chains weakened a sign his hatred had become absolute. Injected magic allowed the shackles to stretch, giving him limited freedom within his prison. Darren confessed this dark history to Athena, explaining that he had been waiting. Before the monster truly took over, he prayed for a savior to finally make him vanish. The story reached its end. Darren whispered that Athena's latent potential was the key to ending his misery. He begged her to return once she had grown into her power. But Athena cried out, "I will not do it! Humans are the real villains! Why should you be the one to suffer like this?" Darren gently ruffled her hair. "It wasn't all misery, little one. Even in the darkness, there were moments I truly cherished. Those precious memories outweigh all the agony, so I don't regret meeting humans." Athena choked on her tears, desperate to argue back, but Darren softly cut her off. He told her he was genuinely grateful they had met, then asked if she felt the same way. "When you grow up, will you come find me again?" Through her sobbing, Athena nodded fiercely. "Yes, I promise I will. I will definitely come back for you." Darren's heart felt heavy with emotion. He wished he could be like snow eternal and never melting away, without leaving anyone's heart shattered. When Luna finally woke from the vision, her cheeks were already drenched in tears. "Don't cry," she told herself, wiping her eyes. She had to stay composed. She couldn't let anyone see her weakness behind that door. The gentle Darren was waiting for her. But outside, the group was engaged in a chaotic battle of wits with a four-legged lizard all over Luna's breakfast. Seeing that warm, ridiculous scene, Luna's tears overflowed again. Darren froze in shock, seeing her crying so hard. Luna gazed at him, unable to shake the haunting dream. She remembered Athena's final goodbye, knowing no one would ever be this kind again. "The love others give you is limited," Darren had told her. "But the love you give yourself is a boundless, infinite ocean." He reached out to brush away Athena's tears, comforting her. "I've seen glimpses of the future. I see a version of you who is stronger and more radiant than anyone. You will become someone who can look back at these wounds and simply smile." Athena looked up with wide, curious eyes. "For real? Could I actually become a person as incredible as that?" Darren touched her cheek and realized how icy she was. Instantly, he channeled his magic. Athena gasped in sheer wonder as a vibrant spring suddenly bloomed before her eyes. "I hope this brings you peace," he smiled. "Now, let me finish the tale." After Tori locked him away, Darren spent a lifetime submerged in the suffocating darkness of that underground abyss. He watched from afar as Tori's soul slowly rotted. War consumed the land. Eventually, the lab was abandoned, except for him. Because of his unnatural healing, his entire kin had perished while he remained. Then, one day, the silent door finally creaked open. "It was Tori. I always knew you were unkillable," he rasped. "But if you want to leave, the method is actually quite simple. Just murder one of the researchers who abused you. I knew your gentle heart, yet I still hoped you weren't like that. If you were just another beast who enjoyed trampling humans, I wouldn't have suffered this guilt for so long over a lost cause." But Tori laughed bitterly. "None of that matters anymore." Clang! The sound of steel rang through the cold room. "Everything ends today." Tori swung his sword at the chains. Remembering his life-ending vow, Darren screamed for him to stop. The vow's power physically paralyzed Darren, preventing him from interfering. He could only shout in desperation as Tori continued his assault. Tori didn't stop until the chains were nearly gone. Before the final link broke, he collapsed, begging Darren to finish him off. His strength was gone. "If I don't break these before I die, you'll be trapped in this hole forever, you fool," Tori wheezed. "That ankle shackle won't break unless I'm dead. Kill me now! Don't let me leave you here in the dark forever. I can't wait for your forgiveness anymore." But Darren, the stubborn fool, refused to strike. Tori yelled that he was dying anyway, so killing him didn't matter. But Darren only saw a child who had been exploited every single day of his life. He hoped that in his final moments, Tori's life wouldn't be used as a tool for someone else's purpose anymore. Sensing Darren's tragic past, Luna tried to force herself to stay calm, but the moment she locked eyes with him, her resolve shattered, and the tears came rushing back. Seeing her face, Darren dashed over in a panic, asking if she was hurt. Luna opened her mouth to speak, but the sobs were caught in her throat. Suddenly, snap, a crisp sound caught her attention. Luna looked up in total wonder at the magic unfolding. There stood Darren, producing a breathtaking bouquet of flowers from thin air. Word on the street is, human kids love flowers. Handing over the bouquet, Darren asks if she's finally chilled out. "You're way too soft," Darren mutters, crying for everyone, even literal monsters. "You held me when I was a ghost to the world. Now, it's my turn to be your sanctuary." The tiny dragon seethes from the sidelines while the other dads start dogpiling Darren again. Unreal, Darren sighs, refusing to catch the bait. He cuts a look at the dragon. Regarding that thing, the dads suddenly get mysterious and switch topics. The dragon's rage meter just hit 100%. They totally know he's eavesdropping. The dragon scurries to Darren's side, fuming at their silence. He's throwing a full-blown tantrum, but Luna drags him away, making his blood boil even more. Roaring like a beast, he watches Luna flee, convinced she's his mommy. The delusion is real. The dads are already counting down to his eviction. Outside, the dragon takes his anger out on a butterfly. Is growing up really that scary? Luna asks. The hatchling just huffs. I honestly can't wait. But there's a catch. She whispers her biggest secret. I'm actually an isekai soul. It's a total trip, adult brain, toddler body, a lingering ghost from her past life. She used to think milestones made the adult. Looking back, she was just chasing shadows. Landing in this world was her true coming-of-age moment. This is her real beginning. She's going to ace this childhood thing, for real this time. No more regrets. She begs the dragon to evolve with her. Miss your window, and you're stuck forever. Prout calls for dinner, ending the deep talk. Luna never mentions her other world again. Under the moonlight, the clumsy dragon hits the sky. He's been a flight pro for weeks. Darren was his secret sensei. He's just been playing weak to keep his mommy close. He smells a rat with those dads, but honestly, he couldn't care less about their schemes. The real crime? They're gatekeeping Luna. That night, she wakes him with a determined look. Adventure time, kiddo, Luna whispers. They head straight for the frozen tundra. She unveils her custom flight rig. It's time for a live How to Fly masterclass. Luna catches the wind, soaring high. See? If I can do it, a dragon definitely can. It's all about the grind, she shouts, but the mechanical wings suddenly glitch out. Total system failure. Luna starts plummeting. The ground is coming up fast. Oh, snap. Her words spark something inside him. He lunges, snatching her from the jaws of death. He wishes he could freeze this moment, but their clocks are ticking at different speeds. Fine, he'll just be her personal bodyguard. He roars, then realizes, wait, I should probably use human words. From the shadows, Ada smirks. Step 1 of the trial? Absolute success. Moving to the elimination phase. There is no elimination phase. Allurin yells back. Prout isn't buying the act. That lizard's a fraud. No dragon grows that fast without flying. He's just a stage 5 clinger, Darren scoffs. His obsession with Luna is the only thing grounding him. Prout unsheathes his blade with a lethal string. Luna immediately dives in to shield her dragon. I'm so sorry, Luna cries. Mommy has magic shields. You didn't have to risk it. The hatchling's eye twitches with pure annoyance. Can you stop with the mommy stuff already? Harolyn steps in, explaining the tough love. A flightless dragon is basically a sitting duck. Luna's heart softens. I get it now. You stayed on the ground just to stay with me. I treasure you too much to let you lose your wings, she whispers, voice thick with emotion. The hatchling pulls her into a tight embrace, kissing her forehead. You're the best, Luna. I'll sneak away from these old men to find you later. He breathes into her ear. Darren waited an eternity for Athena, but the horizon stayed empty and cold. The abyss finally claimed him. His shadow self emerged, whispering sweet, violent nothings. Paint the town red, the darkness urged. Darren knew his human limits had finally shattered. Just as Darren's soul was about to snap, a familiar voice cut through the dark. Found you at last. It felt like a total fever dream. Athena had actually appeared. Uncle, she whispered. You're still so inhuman. Decades had passed, yet he remained frozen in time. Was uncle even the right word anymore? Darren studied her face. The little girl he protected had finally blossomed. He remembered her as that glowing child, shimmering like fresh winter snow. Athena tilted her head with a cheeky grin. Hey, I kept my word and came back for you. Darren braced for the end, thinking she was there to finish him. He felt sick, making her do this. You promised I'd be the strongest and most beautiful, she reminded him, that I'd laugh away all the trauma. She unsheathed her blade in one smooth motion. So, what's the move? Do I kill you or just leave? Darren turned away, ready for the strike. Will you do it? Snap! His eyes widened in pure shock. Stop! He screamed, panic hitting hard. Didn't she know breaking those chains was a literal death sentence? The air shifted as the vow triggered. Despite the years, she and Tori shared that same iconic silver hair. Was she a descendant? The power of the ancient oath flared up, making any resistance completely impossible for him. Athena ignored his desperate roars. I know the risks, she said, but you saved me, so now it's my turn. With one powerful strike, the chains shatter. Athena gasps as she collapses heavily onto the cold, hard ground. When she finally opens her eyes, she sees Darren looking totally broken. Uncle, are you actually crying right now? Tears finally spilled over as he gathered her into his arms. Darren held her close, feeling the weight of it. Meeting you was my peak happiness, she whispered. Then, Athena's eyes drifted shut, looking peaceful as she stopped breathing. He called out to her, but the silence was deafening. "You said you were happy," he choked out in despair. "But maybe it's better if we never met." If they were strangers, she wouldn't be lying dead in his arms. Clutching her body, Darren replayed every beautiful memory they shared, haunted by the light she brought into his life. He couldn't bring himself to regret her. His shadow self manifested, mocking his pain and his impossible choice. "Is this your answer?" His dark side hissed. Part of him wanted blood, but her love demanded forgiveness instead. Athena's final act of salvation became the shield that stopped Darren from descending into total, permanent darkness. From that day on, the monster within him vanished. Darren didn't even know why the corruption had finally ended. Her sacrifice was the ultimate lesson. For the first time, he truly understood the soul-crushing weight of divine forgiveness. Through a blurred gaze, Darren watched as Athena's body began to dissolve into shimmering particles of pure light. Suddenly, the light coalesces into a familiar figure. "Surprise! Guess who's back? Hello again, Uncle." Darren's brain totally short-circuited. "But you were just..." Athena let out a playful, light-hearted giggle. She had been hunting for a loophole forever. The solution? A high-stakes clone gamble to bypass the ancient vow. It was a massive risk. If the curse didn't buy the act, she was toast. Luckily, the magic held up. The curse's grip had weakened. "You called your prophecy fake," she teased. "But it's the reason I'm still standing. Your words created my future. So thanks." Darren smiled softly. "No, I'm the one who owes you everything." Emerging from the cave, Darren found Luna waiting. She looked up and asked if he'd seen Mommy yet. He nodded, heart full. He didn't expect another goodbye, but Athena's spectral image flickered into view once more. "Thought that was the last meeting?" she joked. Luna knew this was the same trick Harolyn used before. She explained she was just a lingering image. Darren nodded. "I know you've already left this world, Athena." "Calling you uncle was a bit of a stretch," she laughed. "A kid called me auntie once and I snapped." Luna thought she was adorable. Darren just sighed. "Whatever. At my age, I'm basically a grandpa anyway." "Glad I died young then," she teased. "Otherwise you'd mock me. Even legendary dragons eventually reach their end." He stepped forward and pulled the image into a hug. "Wait for me." The broken man finally found peace. Even after she was gone, Athena's love remained his sanctuary. The pitiful Darren had finally been saved twice. Luna watched him, her voice soft and caring. "Papa, let's go. The others are waiting for us back home." She was glad they met, but her heart still ached. She couldn't understand why he had to suffer so much. Luna's fists clenched in a surge of anger. He was just an innocent child when the world betrayed him. He risked everything to help. Why was he repaid with tragedy? Why did he choose to love humans again? Darren falls silent for a heartbeat. He suddenly pulls Luna into a tight, protective embrace. "Athena gave me everything. Enough to make every ounce of that agony worth it. Because of her, I found you." Soon, Luna's vacation ends, and she's right back to the daily grind of her intense studies. When she finally returned with Muto, the other papas were rocked by the sight of her puffy, tear-streaked eyes, but they knew better than to pry just yet. Luna, ever the strategist, keeps plotting her survival while posing as a model student. According to the original lore, the true father is the youngest of Athena's suitors. That instantly strikes Darren off the list. While the other candidates are all the same age, the special bloodline clue has Luna's mind racing. Suddenly, a sharp rap-tap-tap echoes from the window pane. Luna spins around to find the tiny dragon hatchling outside, chirping and crying for her attention. Luna asks why he's in his dragon form. The little guy turns beet red, wondering if he can score a hug in this cute shape. Luna scoops up the little dragon and gazes at the sky. Snowflakes begin to fall, melting softly against her warm palm. The scene triggers memories of Athena and Darren's tragic tale. She murmurs, "If only these snow petals could last forever." Miraculously, the snow transforms into shimmering flower petals. Darren steps forward, his voice low. "They won't vanish. The moment this snow touched you is etched in eternity." Luna beams, sprinting toward Darren and leaping into his arms. Amidst the swirling petals, they find an eternal spring. After sobbing into Darren's chest for what feels like hours, Luna eventually drifts off, totally spent. Darren chuckles, knowing the other papas would lose their minds if they saw her like this. Looking at his precious girl, he wishes Athena could witness this moment. His mind wanders back to a day long ago. That day, Athena was mesmerized by the blossoms. Darren had teased her, saying she still looked like a starstruck girl. After all these years, what's the hype about things that just wither away? He'd asked. Athena just laughed. That fleeting nature is exactly why they're beautiful. Darren couldn't help but smile back. With a snap of his fingers, he summoned a bouquet for her. Athena reached out, her cheeks tinged with a shy pink. Suddenly, bang, Darren reverted into a small child again, his oversized clothes swamping his tiny, uncomfortable frame. Years of abuse had drained his mana dry. Even a simple floral spell was too much for his battered system to hold. Athena looked down at him softly. "Uncle, I actually have a special gift for you." She opened a small box to reveal a pair of earrings. But these weren't just any ordinary jewels. They were forged from the very chains that once imprisoned him, designed to recycle his leaked mana and stabilize his core. Athena hesitated, worried that using his former shackles as a gift might trigger his traumatic memories. If it's too much, we'll find another way, she offered. But Darren simply took the earrings and clipped them on. He looked at her and said, "These chains broke me, but now they're healing me." Athena's heart ached for him. She explained the earrings would act as a battery, allowing him to maintain his child form without effort. Darren nodded, though he was now even smaller than before. Athena let out a nervous, apologetic giggle. Calling this tiny kid uncle felt way too weird. She had spent nights brainstorming the perfect new name for him, Muto, or Prometheus. She said Prometheus symbolized his new beginning in this youthful form. Back in the present, Darren snaps out of his trance when the little dragon suddenly shifts into a full-grown man. The dragon thinks Darren is crying happy tears. "I'm so grateful you found my egg and brought me back," he gushes. But Darren's eyes flare with absolute rage. "You crimson bastard! Did you seriously play baby just to thirst after my daughter?" The dragon panics. "Chill, I'm literally a newborn. This hot adult look is just a glitch from my past life." Darren knows the mechanics, but he doesn't care. Adult or baby, this lizard is banned from Luna's personal space. The dragon internally sweats. Humans are terrifying. They can make even a literal deity look like a total clown. His old self wouldn't have understood this. But after everything Luna did to save and nurture him, "I finally get why you stopped hating humans, Darren." But before he can finish, his form begins to flicker and fade. "That silly queen gave you a great name," he smirks. "I can't wait to see what my princess calls me next time." Darren is fuming and speechless. "She's not your princess. She's my daughter, you overgrown gecko." When the other four papas hear that the four-legged pest is back, they immediately gear up for a legendary showdown. Luna just sighs at her dad's chaotic jealousy. It's totally ridiculous. But honestly, these are the happiest days of her life. Watching the warm chaos unfold, Darren gazes toward the horizon, his heart whispering a quiet thank you to Athena. "My gratitude is eternal, Athena. Your guidance through my endless life was everything, and that spark of love was truly blinding. Even the infinite agony was worth the price. If it all led to this very second, I'd endure it all again." 5 years since discovering the crystal dragon and lizard coat, Luna's beauty has reached legendary, otherworldly levels. Her baby fat is gone and her stature has soared. She's now the Empire's top visual, second only to Queen Athena. But turning 12 brings a deadly catch. Without the remaining sacred relics by her birthday, her life reaches a permanent end. Luna plots a break for Rosalia Academy. This isn't like her first frantic, confused attempt to flee this strange new world. Adamawan caught her back then, but now she's making a grand, legitimate exit. Absolutely no one can stop her today. Suddenly, a voice echoes from the shadows, "Princess, are there actually other guards joining this little journey? I still can't rest easy regarding your safety." Luna freezes. Is he seriously trying to tag along? Of course he is. Harlan steps forward, asking to be her official guardian knight. Luna stares at him, completely caught off guard by the request. Luna's heart skips. He's a total snack. But is that flex really necessary? Suddenly, a blur blazes through the air with a swoosh. Harlan's under fire! It's Adamawan, mocking him instantly. "You're built like a bear, yet you've actually got some speed." Luna eyes Adamawan and thinks, "Damn, he caught me." His charisma and stunning presence are honestly just unfair. 5 years transformed him into a total god, the Empire's ultimate eye candy. Then, a sharp shout rings from the branches. "Humans are just basic. Forget knights. A guardian dragon is your only real bet." Ever since bonding with Luna, Darren's mana is finally steady, and his juvenile form, pure glow-up. Then Prout arrives, complaining about all the noise. Luna turns toward the sound as Prout offers a formal bow. "Greetings to the Empire's little moon." Luna is floored. Prout's hit his 30s, and that mature, sophisticated aura is hitting completely different now. Forget Adamawan. Prout might be the real visual king. With a dramatic flourish, he drops to one knee before her. "Let me be your guardian knight." Luna gasps. She needs to move fast, but these guys are a serious handful. More unknown chaos is definitely coming. Sensing her hesitation, Prout leans in with a heavy gaze. "Princess, without you here, this empire has zero value to me." Luna's suspicious. Prout is usually way too chill for lines like that. Thud! A sharp pain snaps her awake. It was all a dream. Reality check. Luna is still a baby-faced child. Half a decade passed, but the records say high magic power causes physical growth to lag behind significantly. The squad looks exactly the same perks of being the Empire's strongest elites. Finally, they reach their destination. Luna scans the area when a familiar voice chirps, "Hey little one, what took you so long to get here?" Fabian's here too? He claims he was dragged along, but his butler immediately spills the tea on the truth. "Didn't you say you had to come as her knight?" Fabian turns bright red. "Shut up! That never happened!" A gust of wind steals Luna's hat. Then, a smooth voice remarks, "You're always dropping something whenever we meet." That's how our destiny formed. Is that actually good? Luna recognizes that voice from the forest 5 years ago. It's him. Honestly, Luna's luck with men is insane. She's already got 4 hot papas watching her back. Now 3 more suitors join the mix. Luna stares at the hottie before her, pointing in total disbelief. He catches her hand, dropping a gentlemanly kiss on her knuckles. "I never intended to deceive you, miss. Royals hide their names for safety," he purrs, "but I never want to hide the real me from you. Let me show you who I am." Suddenly, Fabian snatches Luna away, abruptly ending the romantic moment. He blocks her as eyes clash with pure jealousy. Macau smirks provocatively. "Princess, who's this little stray animal?" Fabian glares, claiming his title as Luna's knight. The vibe is purely toxic. Luna begs her papas to intervene. The 4 dads glare death at the pigs circling their daughter. Are they interpreting her look as a hit? Permission to assassinate granted? Luna's speechless. Why did she think these lunatics would actually provide helpful assistance? Boris, the director, watches the tense showdown in total confusion. Luna's officially feeling helpless against this drama. The dragon was trouble enough, but jealousy over a child? Unreal. Boris reaches for his teacup to calm down. Smash! He fumbles the cup, apologizing. Old fire injuries left his vision and depth perception totally wrecked. Adamiwan suddenly goes cold. He covers his mouth, deep in thought. Boris brushes it off. "Anyway, thanks for the royal backing. Care to meet the stars of the show, princess?" Pre-show. Fabian watches the inner circle whispering. He can see them plotting, but their words remain a total mystery. Blast it! Not only did they trash him, but they tossed him out like literal garbage. Suddenly, a sneering voice cuts through the air. Stalking the young lady is hardly gentlemanly behavior. Fabian whips around to find Macau looming over him with a judgmental smirk. Macau scoffs at Fabian's total lack of elegance. Fabian snarls back, warning him to keep his distance. Luna is still just a child. Macau's eyes gleam with mischief. "My bad. I thought you were the only brat here. Watching you get wrecked was quite the show." Without a word, Fabian's blade sings as it leaves its sheath. Macau just laughs, eager to test his skills against a magic knight. Suddenly, high-pitched voices echo from afar. "Hey, big brothers, what are you doing?" A swarm of rowdy kids crashes their duel. "Whoa, look at these hotties. Are you guys fighting for the princess?" They chirp. Just then, the princess's own voice rings out. "Fabian, Macau, you're still around?" Luna beams at the adorable kids. Boris explains they're actually the stars of the upcoming show. This wasn't the vibe Fabian expected at all. Macau wears a devious grin. Say, "Fabian, were you daydreaming about quality time alone with the princess?" Luna kneels to pat their heads. Suddenly, a tiny girl dashes forward with excitement. "Me too. I want head pats." But she trips on a stray rope, sending a massive crate hurtling straight toward Luna. Luna's frozen in shock. A split second before disaster strikes, Macau lunges forward, pulling her into a protective embrace. They crash to the dirt as Fabian's blade cleaves the heavy cargo in 2. He glares at Macau like he's lost his mind. "Were you seriously trying to get flattened to save her?" Macau scoffs. "Even without your help, I had it covered. I could have just blinked away with magic." "But why'd you grab the kid, you sneaky fox?" Before the argument escalates, Fabian's instincts scream. Eerie smoke billows from the shredded crate. Macau instantly clamps a hand over Luna's mouth to protect her. One kid yawns. "Relax. It's not poison." On cue, the entire group of children slumps over, dead to the world. Boris groans, clenching his jaw. Of all the things to break! It turns out the crate held a massive dose of fatigue relief potion. It's magical, exhaustion be gone, but a deep breath sends you straight to dreamland. "Fabian, why'd you have to slice it?" Boris cries. "The thing was light as a feather." Fabian's face flushes with rage. "Shut it, don't embarrass me in front of her." Luna's panicking. The curtain's about to rise and her stars are out cold. "Is there anything I can do to help?" she pleads. A wicked glint enters Boris's eyes. "Well, if you're offering, I won't hold back." "Wait, how did it come to this?" Luna gazes at the prince before her, eyes sparkling with awe. Honestly, his charm is illegal. Seeing her starstruck face, Macau realizes that the humiliation of cross-dressing was totally worth it. "Macau, you look absolutely stunning." Luna squeals with delight. "You could totally pass for a girl," she chirps. Macau just offers a deadpan thanks for the backhanded compliment. Fabian drops a heavy hand on Luna's shoulder, warning her not to fall for this silver-tongued snake's new look. It's time for the Handsome Papa's limited edition drag debut. Boris yanks the curtain back. "You're on! Break a leg!" Adam Yoon, channeling his inner diva as the stepmother, snaps, "This railing is filthy." Harolyn, playing the clumsy stepsister, stammers an apology, but Adam Yoon glares past her. "Not you, Harolyn. I'm talking to Prout." Prout fumes, playing along. "Don't pick on me, mother. Torment that brat instead." Behind the scenes, Prout is internally screaming, How did his life become a meme? 4 hours ago, Boris was on his knees, begging the papas for a miracle after the cast passed out. There was only one fix. You've got to be kidding me, Prut barked. Canceling the whole thing seemed like a much better option. But then, Luna's eyes welled up with tears. She begged him to save the show. After all their hard work, she couldn't bear to see it fail. Prut was speechless. The princess's puppy dog eyes have a legendary power that makes saying no literally impossible. The whole squad was under her spell. So, despite the sheer absurdity, they're actually crushing it on stage right now. Luna makes her grand entrance. Make way! The little one has arrived! Fabian bellows. Luna just stares at him, dying of cringe. She's the prince tonight, so he needs to check the script. Luna leans into her role, locking eyes with her Cinderella. Good heavens, what a vision, she proclaims. I simply must have this dance. Tell me, fair maiden, what is your name? Suddenly, Adam Yoon goes totally off script, leaping into the spotlight. The name's Adam, and oh my god, you're just precious. I'm adopting you right now. Harlan dives in, muffling his mouth. Ignore her, my mother has early onset dementia. You two just keep dancing! I'll be your hype man, prince! Luna stands there, her brain officially short-circuiting. Macau swoops in to save the day. Prince Luca, didn't you just ask for my hand in a dance? I would be honored. Macau bows gracefully, planting a soft kiss on her hand. I know it's scandalous, but since I have your blessing, I won't hold back. He pulls her into his space, spinning her in a dazzling whirlwind. Just follow my lead and don't let go, Macau whispers. Even though it's just a play, Luna's heart begins to race. Macau's presence still sets Luna's heart ablaze. Suddenly, an unexpected hand grips her shoulder, breaking the spell. Fabian yanks Luna into a firm embrace. Dancing with that loser? You're far better off with me. I've endured endless palace dance drills. I'm done practicing, he declares, throwing a provocative glance at Macau. To her shock, Fabian's lead is incredibly fluid. He whispers, if you choose him, all my hard work becomes meaningless. Center stage. The two rivals clash with flashy moves, but to the overprotective papas, they just look like pigs. Watching them try to steal his precious daughter, Prout unsheathes his blade. Enough! Adam Yuan's gaze turns lethally dark. Sensing a total disaster, Boris slams the curtains shut. The chaotic show finally ends here. Boris beams, noting their record-breaking donations. Apparently, the Papa's exclusive magic cards were a massive hit. The cross-dressed limited editions sold out instantly. Luna beams, thanking the dads for their unwilling cooperation. Prout remains speechless. Fine, as long as his girl is smiling. Boris then asks the princess about her next move. He offers a carriage back, but Luna declines. She intends to stay and look after these abandoned children. Echoing her mother's words, she reveals her true motive, uncovering the dark truth behind the recent disappearances. A month ago, rumors surfaced. The Notice region has been plagued by mysterious abductions for years. Queen Athena fought to end this nightmare. However, after her passing, the search came to a halt. The government essentially turned a blind eye. Now, the heavy burden of solving this falls squarely on the princess. Failure isn't an option. If she fails, critics will claim she and the Papa candidates are unfit to rule. Lugan interjects. The princess doesn't have to carry this weight. In the original timeline, Luna refused. Looking back, that might have been the smartest play. Luna refuses to mix politics with innocent victims. If I can help, I'll give it my all, she vows. Lugan grins. Classic you. Luna secretly thinks a wise version of herself would have ditched these guys already. At 12, she should have fled to the academy. Then, she wonders, will Adam Yuan join the mission? Notice is the same place where Adam was once enslaved. He flashes a smile. I'm going. Always by your side. Luna settles in Notice to hunt for the truth. She won't let his traumatic past be in vain. For Adam, who sacrificed so much for her, she must bring this investigation to light. The monster behind this might be the one who enslaved Adam, someone who could hurt him like that. To kidnap innocent kids for such evil, it's absolutely unforgivable. Meanwhile, Macau and Fabian decide to stay. Luna is relieved, but Fabian is missing today. Macau just scoffs. Forget that beast. Don't worry about him. Suddenly, a child named Connie tugs her hem, begging for a magic lesson. Luna internally panics. Magic? Macau smirks, eager to see her legendary skills. After all, Princess Luna is hailed as a prodigy. Rumors say she aced Imperial exams using high-tier magic tools at age 7. She's a living legend. She's doomed. In reality, she's magically incompetent. Luna awkwardly bluffs about being out of condition today. Since age 7, she knew. She can't absorb mana, and even recovery spells fail her completely. Realizing her limits, she asked Darren for help, but his lessons were way too advanced for her. She couldn't keep up, but facing their sparkling, hopeful eyes, Luna finds it impossible to say no. I'll try my best, she whispers, cursing her inability to reject them. She reaches out her hand. Visualizing Darren's ancient teachings, she attempts a basic spell. Luna shuts her eyes and centers herself. Light begins to flicker in her palm. It's working! Then, poof, another failure. Macau offers a comforting smile. Even experts miss sometimes. Soon, they reach the mystical Brazeras forest, notices sacred landmark. Luna gasps at the breathtaking view. While washing up, she stubbornly insists to Macau she's still a prodigy. Just having an off day, she huffs. But Macau's expression turns grave. I knew it, he murmurs. Your Highness, your mana, it's been sealed. Luna freezes. What? Macau explains that, before the fireball fizzled, he felt an immense surge of power, yet a mysterious energy barrier immediately choked it off. It's like a bottle of water being forcibly plugged, he explains. Without breaking that seal, she's powerless. Luna desperately asks if he can break it. I am a master mage, after all, he says confidently. I can undo this. Luna begs for his help, and Macau vows to give her his all. He leans in, pulling Luna close until their foreheads gently lock together. Thermal currents swirl around them as a surge of raw power floods Luna's veins. Her eyes snap open. Something is wrong. Rewind a few hours to Fabian's brutal beating. Despite his injuries, Fabian limps toward Luna's tent, hoping for a warm welcome. Instead, he finds her laughing with Macau. Before he can explode, a hand stops him. A small child tugs his waist, whispering for him to stay quiet and not ruin it. Ruin the romance? Ridiculous. She's just a kid, and this isn't some... With wide eyes, the kid inquires why Fabian is constantly obstructing the princess and her silver-haired suitor. Are you two dating? Silence follows. Fabian is merely the shield sworn to protect her side. He is tasked with warding off villains, but Macau is anything but a threat to her. He is a literal fairy tale prince. If the hero has arrived, what purpose does a guardian serve? As Luna drifts away, Fabian's feet move on instinct, unaware that another shadow is closing in fast. They forge a desperate alliance to gatekeep Macau. After all, they share the same obsessive goal. Adamawan whispers about assassination, making Fabian realize this man is an absolute, unhinged menace. How is this man so devoid of logic? But witnessing the princess and Macau's growing intimacy, Adamawan finally snaps, lunging with murderous intent. Fabian tackles him. Stop, you freaking madman! Their brawl halts when Luna pales. Adamawan charges forward, seizing Macau by the throat in a rage. What did you do? Macau trembles. He shouldn't have shattered the princess's seal so recklessly. Desperate, Adamawan demands a cure. Macau reveals the terrifying price required to save her life. Someone must absorb her overflowing mana, a burden that leads to either the grave or insanity. Without hesitation, Adamawan dives into the chaotic vortex. Inside the mana storm, Luna is suffocating. Suddenly, a hand cuts through the abyss. Adamawan pulls her close. You're safe now. I've got you. Comforted by his voice, Luna drifts into sleep, while the mana begins its deadly, maddening feast. The unsealed energy would shred any mortal, yet Adamawan refuses to release his grip on her. To contain the explosion, he acts as a human vessel, collapsing as the power ravages his mind. Luna opens her eyes to find Macau weeping. The weight of his mistake hangs heavy in the air. I have destroyed Lord Adamawan, he sobs. Luna rushes to his side, but something is horribly wrong. Nightmares of his father being forced to gouge out his own eyes haunt Adamawan's fractured psyche. The metallic tang of blood and a hauntingly sweet voice trigger his senses. His eyes snap open. That haunting vision again. By the way, where is he? Did that person haul his unconscious body into this place? Adamawan scans the strange room with cold eyes. Whatever. It's all the same to him, no matter the location. His mission remains simple. Charm the target, wait for an opening, then bury a blade in their back. Crash! A sudden bang echoes. Pratt storms in, fuming with rage. Where did you hide my clothes, Adamawan? Adamawan stares at her, completely baffled. With that fierce energy and sharp look, she's a dead ringer for a man. Pratt mentions she heard from Florine after Princess Luna requested to take the stage once more. He supposedly snatched her gear and bolted. If he values his life, he'd better cough them up immediately. This time, Adamawan is legitimately clueless. However, he knows exactly how to silence a frustrated woman. He starts stripping right there. Pratt stands frozen in shock. What are you doing? Adamawan smirks. Aren't you my client? It clicks. This guy really has lost his memories. Pratt sighs, turning away to hunt for her clothes herself. Pratt fills him in on the chaos. Curious, Adamawan questions their history. Her answer? They're ride-or-die partners. They're bad friends who trust each other to protect a common treasure. I see. So he has a partner in crime. Don't get it twisted, Pratt snaps. She's my daughter, not yours. Suddenly, the door swings wide as Princess Luna charges in. He marvels at the small figure. She's so tiny. He scoops the princess up, asking, Wait, are you actually my kid? While Clarine sips tea, dark worries linger over the disappearances. This region is a literal hive of scum and villainy. Danger is everywhere. Darren reveals this orphanage was once a seedy red light district where Adamawan was once snatched. Danger lurks in every corner of this shady district, and kidnappings are rampant. The culprit? They're likely hiding right under our noses. Someone inside this very orphanage is involved. Florine's jaw drops in pure shock. Are you saying the monster is one of us? Just as the tension peaks, Princess Luna rushes in, breathless. Luna, what's wrong? Florine asks, noticing the girl's trembling voice. Adam Yuan, it's all because of me, she stammers, but Adam cuts her off instantly. My daughter, he commands firmly. Get away from them. That green-haired creep radiates nothing but bad vibes. Florine stands there, completely floored by his hostility. Lord Adam, why are you acting so weird today? Pratt sighs, explaining the chaos. A direct hit from a mana storm wiped his memory. Clarine and Darren share a skeptical look. Knowing Adam's reputation, he's probably faking this whole amnesia thing to scrub his trashy past. He just wants to play the part of a saintly father in front of his precious daughter. It's a classic scoundrel move. Adam is totally lost in the sauce. Why is everyone looking at him like a villain? Just what kind of person was he before? Pratt pushes off his chair abruptly. I'm heading to the shop to grab some meds for this guy's fried brain, he mutters. Adam moves to follow, but Pratt blocks his path. Stay put. Use this time to actually bond with your new team. Relax. These guys are ride or die for the princess. You can trust them. Adam just nods, surprisingly submissive and obedient. Okay, if you say so, I'll trust them. The room goes dead silent. Everyone is officially shook by this new, gentle personality. He really has lost his edge. The old Adam would never be this chill with Pratt. Then, he asks with total sincerity, why are you all so guarded? Was I really that much of a jerk? Darren, meanwhile, pulls out a magic recording stone. He's determined to get to the bottom of this strange shift, while Darren the Devil prepares to capture every single word. I think he's a good person. No one's ever been that nice to me. But despite the kindness, Luna is spiraling over his amnesia. Macau finds Luna later, his heart heavy with guilt. If only he hadn't shattered that monoseal, none of this would have happened. Luna just shakes her head. Macau had warned her about the risks. She was the one who made the final call to break it. But the fear gnaws at her. What if the man who meant everything to her never remembers who she is again? Macau steps closer to comfort her. Princess, even if I forgot the world, my heart would find its way back to you. You're his world, memory or not. To him, you'll always be the most precious person in existence because you're his daughter. I know I'm the one who messed up, but I'll do whatever it takes to bring his memories back to him. Luna's heart swells with emotion. Macau's unwavering support is the only thing keeping her together in this moment of crisis. He's taking all the blame just to ease her burden. I'll do my best too, Macau, she responds with a soft, sweet smile. Hey, Macau, do you want to tag along with me for a bit? She asks, hoping for some extra company. But Macau declines Nikan's calling. Nearby, the wolf cub watches them, feeling like a complete failure and an outsider to their bond. He feels unworthy of being her guardian knight. Macau snaps him out of his trance. Just gonna stay here and cower? You've been ghosting Princess Luna ever since that day. The wolf cub doesn't even try to make an excuse or deny it. I failed her. I couldn't save her when it mattered, Macau scoffs. So, you're just admitting that you're running away like a coward? I'm not running, he barks, but his voice falters. Deep down, he knows Macau is hitting exactly where it hurts the most. When that mana storm erupted, he was the one face down in the dirt while Adam took the hit. His fists tremble with rage. I was useless, he mutters. But Macau interjects. The one who actually put her in harm's way was me, not you. Who's the bigger failure, the knight who couldn't save his lady, or the one who endangered her in the first place? The wolf cub stares at him, stunned. Deep down, he's been low-key jealous of Macau for a very long time. Everything he struggled to do for years, Macau did without breaking a sweat. And the worst part, Macau isn't even a villain. He's the perfect prince from a literal fairy tale. Having a rival this flawless and excellent is beyond frustrating for him. He knows the perfect guy has arrived, but his heart refuses to let go of his feelings for Princess Luna. Why tell me this? He asks. Don't you want her for yourself? Helping me doesn't do you any favors, does it? Macau chuckles. I hate the idea of her thinking about anyone else. If your hesitation leaves a gap in her heart, I'll be furious. I don't hesitate! The wolf cub snaps back, clearly defensive. Macau just smirks at his predictable, heated reaction. Then why were you lurking in the shadows earlier? Macau reaches out his hand, offering a silent truce to his rival. He drags the cub back to the orphanage. Luna beams at the sight of them, but the cub immediately glares at the blonde. Luna quickly explains the new setup as of today. Adam Yuan is officially in charge of her personal protection. As Luna turns to grab some blankets, Adam suddenly pulls her back, locking her in a warm, protective embrace. Don't go. Stay close to me, my precious daughter, Adam pleads. The nights are absolutely seething, Luna sighs, complaining that Adam is babying her like a literal toddler. Hector, the wolf cub smells something fishy. Is this memory loss just a total facade? Everything about Adam's behavior feels suspiciously familiar. Clinging to his friend, Connie snaps, "Quit your yapping! If they don't hurry, the sun will rise before Horror Night even kicks off." Horror Night? Well, to put it simply, it's the high-stakes monthly ritual where Connie chills everyone to the bone with ghost stories. It's the one night a month where no one is safe from the shivers. With a sinister cackle, the session begins. Just catching a glimpse of Connie's twisted expression sends a wave of pure dread through the room. The legend starts with a phantom orphanage wing. The building is officially 2 stories, but a mysterious 3rd floor occasionally manifests from thin air. This ghostly floor appears without warning, and every single time that extra level shows up, a child vanishes into the night. By the time dawn breaks, the floor evaporates. Connie grins wickedly. So, where do you think those poor kids actually went? Perhaps they're trapped in a void of eternal darkness? Princess Luna shrieks in terror, instinctively burying her face in Adam's chest. Realizing her mistake, she flushes red and apologizes for the sudden contact. She explains that she subconsciously grabs whoever is closest when she's spooked. Meanwhile, Adam is basically floating on cloud 9. His heart is racing. His daughter actually hugged him of her own free will. But the story gets darker. While the building only has 2 floors, the cursed 3rd floor keeps claiming victims under the moonlight. Outside the dormitory, corrupted crow monsters circle a gnarled tree. Have you heard the chilling legend of Kovari, the one who sees the dead? Rumor has it, a woman with long golden hair haunts that very spot. But no matter how closely you look, she's clearly not human. That lady is likely. Luna screams again, but this time, she wraps her arms tightly around herself to resist the urge to hug. The 3 men waiting for a hug are visibly crushed. Luna just blinks innocently, wondering why everyone suddenly looks so depressed. Did something happen? The atmosphere is heavy as the story session finally ends. Hector the wolf cub stomps outside in a huff, bitter that he didn't get any affection. He kicks a nearby tree in frustration. "You useless piece of wood!" he growls. Crows scatter into the air, revealing a strikingly beautiful figure standing in the shadows. "When did you get here?" Hector freezes. Wait, he recognizes that face. It's way too familiar to be a stranger. "You're just the shorty's annoying blonde father!" Hector shouts. "Why are you dressed like a ghost?" But the figure remains eerily silent. The mysterious man ignores him and glides away. Hector is baffled. The man is just walking. So why is he moving so unnaturally fast? "This joke isn't funny at all!" Hector yells, giving chase. But suddenly, a chilling woman blocks his path, stopping him cold. "Young Master Hector, it's far too late for games," she purrs. Hector recognizes her immediately. She's a volunteer often seen whispering with director Aletto. The woman introduces herself as Evnie. When Hector demands to know where the blonde man went, she scolds him for being so rude. "Are you trying to prank us with that golden-haired ghost story too?" she asks. Hector insists he actually saw someone and points upward. His jaw drops. The impossible 3rd floor has manifested right above the orphanage. Evnie just glances up with a calm, creepy smile. "Oh, that? Don't be afraid," she says. "The 3rd floor is simply where we send the naughty children for their punishment." It turns out the phantom floor is a punishment dimension created by the woman's own supernatural ability. She claims this terrifying room is the only reason the orphans stay so perfectly obedient and harmonious with one another. Evnie crouches down, her eyes gleaming. "Duke Fabian entrusted us with your care, so you'd better watch your step, young master. Unless, of course, you want to be locked away in the 3rd floor's trauma palace," she threatens. Elsewhere, Pratt discovers a dark pattern. The disappearances align perfectly with Aletto's secret trips to the park. As he hunts for more clues, a soft knock echoes at his door. Princess Luna peeks in, looking small and fragile. "Princess? Is everything okay?" Pratt asks. She fidgets with her dress, admitting she's too spooked to sleep after the stories. Pratt freezes, turning away to hide his massive, goofy grin. Luna apologizes, feeling embarrassed that a 12-year-old is still this scared. Pratt plays it cool. "It's fine. Protecting you from any harm, real or imagined, is my duty as the Knight Commander." Luna beams at him. "You're the best, Adam Ewan." Pratt invites her in, hoping for some romantic alone time. But his heart drops when he sees who followed her. "You? Why on earth are you here?" he stammers in annoyance. He hides his face, praying the princess doesn't catch his dumbfounded expression. Luna giggles. She's already 12 years old. The awkwardness is real. Pratt keeps her cool, insisting that regardless of the situation, her resolve remains unshaken. As Knight Commander, keeping the princess safe is my sacred duty. Hearing this, Luna beams like a ray of sunshine. "You're amazing, Adamawan!" Luna cheers. Pratt finally gives him the green light to join them. He hoped for some one-on-one time with the girl. Instead, he stammers, "You? Why are you here?" Luna explains everything. She intended to bunk with Ademion, but Hector found his pale, haunting visage too creepy. Plan B? Pratt is fuming. Fine, I will settle the princess down, then that man can rot alone. Surprisingly, Ademion admits he is terrified. Observing this, Princess Luna gently tugs Ademion away. She offers a sincere apology if the situation feels awkward. Time to locate Florine and Muto. A frustrated Prat snaps, demanding how a man like Ademion ended up so pathetic. A full-grown adult trembling over ghosts? Ridiculous. The princess needs proper rest, so beat it back to your chambers. Ademion locks eyes with Prat, his voice dropping to a heavy whisper. It is not ghosts. It is that recurring nightmare. Does this pathetic display irritate you? My body has matured, yet I remain a prisoner to these lingering childhood shadows. Prat feels the weight of the absurdity. He did not break this man, yet he is the only remedy. What trauma could haunt Ademion's sleep for decades? Ademion confesses he finally understands their fractured past relationship. I saw my own shattered reflection in you. We hate those who remind us of ourselves, but now, I do not. Perhaps I was finally learning self-love. My daughter sparked that change. Prat snaps back that she is not his child. Ademion drifts off. In the darkness, the phantom father appears the same spirit the wolf cub witnessed earlier. His father questions the fresh wounds. Ademion claims another victory. But why keep fighting? The boy goes silent. He halts his approach, desperate for the truth. What kind of woman was my mother? His father pauses, understanding. Rumors from friends must have poisoned his mind. Son, your mother was a soul of unmatched strength and radiant beauty. Lies! Everyone claims she was a violent, unfaithful monster. His father silently sets the tray aside. He moves toward a nearby cabinet. Ademion, I have a gift for you. Close your eyes and reach out. He places a necklace in his palm, a mother's keepsake. Now, drop it and witness the magic. Ademion obeys, letting the jewelry fall. The instant it touches the ground, it vanishes into thin air. Father smiles. She loved making jewelry, though this was an accidental masterpiece. She wanted a color-changing charm for your birth. She deemed it a failure and ordered it destroyed, but I kept it, a vessel for her eternal love. He gently ruffles Ademion's hair. Just as I found her. One day you will find someone truly precious. Ademion jolts awake. He stares at Princess Luna, his father's prophecy echoing through his mind like a phantom. When you encounter a soul as radiant as your own, give them that necklace. The words weigh heavy. Has he already met that destined person? His memory remains a fractured mess, leaving him searching for answers. If so, he must reclaim his lost past. Luna is his world, but what of her mother? He must remember. Determined, Ademion heaps a mountain of treats before the princess. He urges her to indulge without hesitation. Luna is baffled. Why is this man obsessed with watching her eat? He has been stuffed with snacks all day. Ademion scoops her up, insisting on feeding her himself. Luna blocks her mouth, protesting she is no longer a toddler. I can manage myself. Ademion looks skeptical. But you are so tiny. Raising a child is a Herculean task. Prat joins them with a heavy sigh. She has grown immensely. You should have seen her when she was smaller. The whole squad has gathered. Ademion blinks. Smaller than this? Like, the size of a hamster? Prat is practically begging for a bruise. Specifically, she was the same height, just a bit more, horizontally gifted. Prat earns a swift beating for his sarcasm. Seeing Luna's puffed-up cheeks, he frantically claims it was just a prank. He pleads for her forgiveness. As the fathers bicker, Connie rushes over, her voice bright as she calls Luna. The girls embrace warmly. Luna asks if she needs help shopping. Connie reveals she is buying clothes for her adoption. It must be amazing. All my friends who were adopted are too busy having fun to even write back. Evnie yanks Connie away with a sharp glare. Stop bothering the princess with these trivial details. She makes a hasty exit, but Luna senses a chilling discrepancy. No letters at all? That is beyond suspicious. The fathers, however, have a different epiphany. Does that boy have a crush on our daughter? Those eyes were suspect. This father definitely does not approve. Luna is speechless. She nearly forgot her guardians are complete morons. She tracks down her knights. I am not the only one who smells something rotten in these adoptions, right? The wolf cub tilts his head, eyes narrowing. You mean there is a darker truth behind those missing letters? Luna nodded, her gaze fixed on the retreating figures. Something is definitely wrong, and we need to find out what. There is a darker truth behind those missing letters. The wolf cub's eyes narrowed. You mean it's a trap? Tension rises. They aren't the only ones side-eyeing director Alato. Luna nods gravely, confirming the growing suspicions. Now, Prat and the crew are heading out to investigate the orphans. They'll be gone for